You are now listening to Potty Mouth Radio.
Yup, you make it hard to hate, and I make it hard to love, and that's how we fell apart, okay? Look, my baby a real dope stepper. We hang with the clowns like jesters. I turn to on like Fester. Yup, These niggas they lie on mics. These niggas they cap on pies. These niggas they play with their life, okay, alright. Look, we shot over this shit in tweets. At the funeral, your mama gon'
You are now listening to Potty Mouth Radio.
Yup, you make it hard to hate, and I make it hard to love, and that's how we fell apart, okay? Look, my baby a real dope stepper. We hang with the clowns like jesters. I turn to on like Fester. Yup, These niggas they lie on mics. These niggas they cap on pies. These niggas they play with their life, okay, alright. Look, we shot over this shit in tweets. At the funeral, your mama gon' weep. We spin it, we clean in the streets like. How about that bitch and I blick? Damn, I gotta calm down, nigga. I gotta ride now, nigga. Niggas ain't, yeah, okay. Niggas ain't fucking with DOM. Said you outside, I see you then. Niggas tryna highlight VPNs. Niggas won't lie, I leak DMs. Niggas get paid by CPM. Unc be sleep by 6 p.m. I get the call out, niggas is sneaking edition, alright? I get the reach of the grabbing my pipe. Tired of piecing it up with the ops. These niggas be talking like I won't slide for real. Yup, you make it hard to hate, and I make it hard to love. And that's how we fell apart, okay? Look, my baby a real dope stepper. We hang with the clowns like jesters. I turn to on like Fester. Yup, These niggas they lie on mics. These niggas they cap on pies. These niggas they play with their life, okay, alright. Look, we shot over this shit in tweets. At the funeral, your mama gon' weep. We spin it, we clean in the streets like.
How we doing, fellas? The stream gonna start in a second, but before it starts, make sure you like the stream, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's run this motherfucker up, yo. I'm gonna talk about some things. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a long one, maybe, I don't know. But make sure you like the stream, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's get back to this fucking beautiful music I'm playing that I made.
Well, hello, Potty Mouth.
Yup. 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 Two-tone do-rag. Keep my little screws from falling out of my forehead. Keep a bottle by the nightstand. My mom friend said Keon grew to be a nice man. Really, I'm cold-hearted like Judge Irvin, the Iceman. Pipe down. I got a lot of things I push down. I said later on, but later is now. Resolution problems I created is wearing me down. When every man go have not and I like the drug is bad. Other than that, life is all good, I can't complain. I dance in the rain like Gene Kelly. Kelly Green, Jersey, my city still need something. Did giving attention and niggas and breaking wheels. All dry die like a raisin in the sun. But still I rise, All rising, pledge your allegiance to DOM. I really gave them something to believe in. I taught more than I learned from y'all. Story on my life, but my life is an open book in close quarters with lions and hyenas. I am the untouchable. I am the only one of us niggas that change your meaning. I go to the bullet finish, you know. I burn bitches down. The river's long, but it's always another way around. I'm too crafty to fall for the link at the afties. I put my arm in that bitch like Fish did on that one play. You niggas made me sick to my stomach. You can leave your mind nowhere, I might vomit. You might get a sentence from this motion I'm having. One call it bullshit and bragging, I call it reality. God looks down on this earth and she smiles with me. The living proof of autonomy, DNA she engraved in me. Hey boy, I see you pray to me like that nigga be great to me for real. For real.
You are now listening to Potty Mouth Radio.
We played in the car, the types of beats that are making a comeback.
I did, but that's not what I'm talking about right now.
Cool. Let's see what kind of beats you want.
This is some new shit. I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna tell you the name of it when I play it. And I want one of you producer niggas to figure out to make these beats rappable because I think it's up here.
On the time that she know friends won't see it. Yeah, she like the island. I didn't change my comment, dog. Like, where's the island? I need to get this fast, dog. Like, who's the pilot? I need sleep forever, dog. Just close my eyelids. Just go to sleep. On my horny nights, I gotta change the sheets. On my lonely nights, I gotta count the sheep. I done did like every day from A to Z. I don't know how much left for me to see. Okay, alright. They say you okay, I'm just like I'm alright. They say hate is wrong, I don't like being right. And they tell me hate is wrong, I don't like being right. Like okay, alright, okay.
Yo. What's up, brother? What the fuck going on, y'all? Hey, man. How are we doing today? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Force chairs in sight. Put one here. Let me put force chairs on the ground. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Yeah, I mean, actually, I did have a haircut on Friday, but I wore a hat because I was insecure about it. Happy Monday. What the fuck y'all got going on, man? What was that scream? Was it one of the mice? No, nigga. It was me. I was posting the video I was gonna use to tweet out the thing. It was this, bro. It was that, bro. I used that to promote the stream today. I like to find just random memes. W don't know. Shout out Sean. W don't know. Yeah, I mean, it was that, bro. It was not one of them mice. You glowing, twin? I'm not, bro. I got cocoa butter on my skin, bro. I'm just well moisturized, bro. That's all it is. Actually, shea butter, bro. I got shea butter on my skin, bro. I'm just well moisturized is all. Just clocked out. Just time for stream. Yo, WU. First and foremost, can I show y'all what I noticed today? First of all, let me tell you something. I'm YouTube build, so every day I am I'm typing in my channels, like all of our channels. First of all, W us, the empty signifier video on BrainRot Jeopardy got 1,000 views. W us got over 1,000 views. So I just typed in BrainRot Jeopardy and I scrolled down, and some kid still our idea, man. Some kid is doing a BrainRot Jeopardy. Now, how do I know it's ours? Because there was no such thing as BrainRot Jeopardy. There's BrainRot memes. You know what I mean? It wasn't a thing. You know what I mean? You was making Philly look bad. My fault, broski. It is what it is. He saw our idea. But I'm not mad at it because we're gonna lock in and like, you know what I'm saying? Is he popping? No. Young boy, Young Bull's a nobody, which so am I. But Young Bull got like 69 subscribers. Like, these are kids, bro. These are kids. He got an Ice Spice American flag behind him. So yeah, nah, bro. I wasn't. I thought it was cool more than anything. I was like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that somebody took that from us already. Which means it's a good idea. Is what I learned. Dog took a bite of the IP. You know what I mean? Can you trademark the name or Jeopardy? I don't think I can trademark it because it is Jeopardy. But I do plan on, like, once it get big enough, changing the name. Like, we're going to change the name. BrainRot Jeopardy just works for now because it's a recognizable thing. You're like, oh, it's BrainRot Jeopardy. But I'm gonna figure out something new. I probably keep BrainRot in it, but trivia is probably where we land. But you know what I mean? Love to roll on the blind side. Yo, suck my dick, bro. I would kill one of you niggas. What's up, bro? I'm in a real murderous mood today, my nigga. Suck my dick. What's happening? Yeah, I mean, what we doing? Who wanna die, yo? Yo, who wanna die? You know what I mean? Who had no who don't care about their life? Raise your hand. Yeah, I mean. Slat. The service deleted game show. I don't even know what you just said right there, bro. But like, that ain't sound like English. Who don't care? Niggas raise their hand. Girls been doing the passport shit before the boys. We are gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna lie, I got a hefty list today. First of all, every stream, I want y'all to know, every stream I make a pretty hefty list. Cause I don't know what I'm gonna get to and what I'm not gonna get to. And it's a pretty hefty list. By the way, this has been on the list for months now. And I don't ever plan on taking it off. Cause one day we're gonna react to conservative brainworms. Conservatives are my favorite people on the internet. And one of the days we will look at it. We did this now this shit we supposed to get to on Friday stream, never got around to it. And everything else is new, bro. It's pretty, you know what I mean? By the way, the funnest thing we have is the Layla boyfriend application. And I want to do that. But we cannot save that. Cerebral to brain. No, you know words and shit. Name 50 black women, Dom. You got 5 women. You got 5 minutes. My mom, my grandmother, my mom's mom. Wait, that's my grandmother. All right, so hold on. My mom's mom, my dad's mom. That's 3 off whip. My aunt, cool. All of my exes. So that's like, matter of fact, not just all my exes, all of my bodies, period. So that's like, we up to 30 right there. We up to 30 right there. We up to 30 right there. Already. Do I gotta name every bitch I ever had sex with? Do I gotta name them? All right. Raven, Keisha. I'm about to say some names. That one girl name who start with an H. Damn. Do I know these bitches' names? Oh fuck, I'll put myself in the corner. Do I know those bitches' names? Kenny, Gabby. Gabby's half. Does that count? Gabby's a half. Melissa, yeah, Melissa. There we go. Ravenville, I still love Raven. I ain't gonna lie. I got cute to be. Raven's some fine shit. But also Raven, like she, you know, first of all, her being bad, me moving in with her, those two things do not correlate, bro. I was young and dumb, bro. Let's start there, bro. I was young and dumb. Taylor, Taylor's a black woman? Yeah. Fuck. So Joyner Truth, Bell Hooks. How many minutes I got left? Harriet Tubman. Yeah. Fuck. Issa Rae. Hold on, bro. I'm trying not to cheat, bro. I'm trying to think of just like shows. Jada Pinkett Smith, Willow Smith. There we go. 2 for 1. I got 2 for 1 on that one. Do trans women count? The girl from Orange is the New Black. Trans women are women, bro. That count, bro. I'm taking that point. What number I'm up to? Tori, yeah, Tori. Gwyneth Paltrow's a cracker, bro. I'm not struggling so hard, bro. But what about songstress? Oh, you got a point there. Rihanna, Beyonce, Sierra, Pink Pantheress, Meg Thee Stallion, Glorilla, Lotto. That's a half point. So I had like a half point. I just made a full point because that's not a biracial. That's a half point. Who else? Sexy Red, Da Brat, Nicki Minaj, yeah. Olay, yeah. Khadija from Chaotic Viewing. I did a pod with her. SZA. How was these DEI names, bro? Michelle Obama, all the Obamas. Instant Speed. Where you pull the Brat from, bro? The Brat, because the Brat got some raps, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The Brat got some raps. Queen Latifah. Sade. Yeah. You know what I mean? Saying names without consent. What you mean? I'm supposed to get consent to say somebody's name. That's not crazy. That's not how. Like, where does one even where does one even get that consent from? Nah, Piz, I smoked that, Piz. I'm definitely over 50 by now. I'm definitely over 50 for sure. I'm definitely over 50. If we count like all the half names I named, definitely for sure, bro. Not even it get different. They started work on my house today. As y'all know, 37. So they started working on my house. As y'all know, I've been talking about this shit forever now. I've been talking about when they're gonna come and start working on my house. I had 3 very tiny Mexican men in my home today, destroying my kitchen. Very fire. They were destroying my kitchen. They tore my roof in. They was breaking doors off of stuff. And I was like, this shit crazy. But it's gonna be worth it because now I'm gonna have a new kitchen and shit like that. You know what I mean? My dad was over here because my dad had to be here when the guys were working on the house. My dad was here. And my dad, let me tell you a little bit about Steve. Let me tell you a little bit about Steve. Yeah, I mean, Steve is the biggest yapper known to man. And here's why I love Steve. Because Steve yaps, they're never coherent. Steve moved from point to point like a wizard. And he's not even weaving a web, like all these points connect. He just gives you every idea he's ever thought of. Steve will give you an idea, you respond to it, y'all talk about it, and they'd be like, okay, next thing. I'm like, whoa, we didn't even finish this idea. Like, we were not done here. We had so much more meat on this bone. Steve be like, no, I was good. I got your opinion on it. I'm done. When I tell you today, Steve and I had, I want to say, a 2.5 hour conversation where none of the talks connected. At some point, it ended up with Steve trying to tell me how to be a content creator. Very fun. Very fun. Steve was like, no, bro, you got to do research. You got to do... Yo, parents never stop being parents. My dad, and while he was talking to him, I'm like, why you making this shit sound like homework, my nigga? Like, What's up, Dad? Like, why you making my job sound like homework? Like, niggas say, no, you gotta do research. You gotta be well prepared when you make your point. You got. By the way, that's not how my dad voice sound, but that's how I voice sound when I do it. You gotta do research. You gotta be well prepared when you do it. You gotta give it to him in a certain way. I'm just like, nigga, what? Why does it sound like homework now? What the fuck? I was like, Dad, what the fuck are you going for? Groupies of niggas. But is he wrong? It's not about him being wrong, but it's like, first of all, here. I get a conversation. So my dad saw me on Olay, and he was like, I liked your episode, man. I was like, I appreciate that. No, actually, me and Olay was texting this morning, and I was like, oh, you want to hear some drama? Because I had some drama I wanted to tell my dad. I'm a gossipy little bitch. So I wanted to tell my dad about the drama that Olay just gave me. And I was like, Dad, let me tell you this Olay drama she just told me. He was like, oh yeah, no, I saw your episode with her. I was like, yeah, appreciate that. Can I tell you about this drama though? This is way better. And then he was like, no, so like when I watched that episode, I thought you did a good job, but I thought you could have talked more. I said, Dad, I think I did a good job. Like, I didn't really that really wasn't my sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I played the role. Like, I was a role player. I came in and I knew they were going to do theory talks. I just did, my regular thing. He was like, nah. You could have did more. You could have really, if you did your homework on the topic, the Dr. Umar, you could have came in. I was like, no, I think I did like exactly what I wanted to do. And I was like, all right, appreciate that, Dad. And then later on that day, he was like, I was in my room because I was up this morning, so I wanted to take a nap, and my dad was just in my room. Very funny thing to watch my dad. Also, my dad, it's a painting of me in my room. Somebody painted me 2 years ago, so it's a painting of me in my room. My dad was like, oh, that's cool, yo. That's real good. And then my dad started giving me content. My dad loves to give me ideas. This is who Steve is. Steve just is volunteering ideas and asks for it. In the painting, the guy drew potty mouth, but inside potty mouth is the skyline. And my dad was like, no, you should put that on a shirt. I wish I could tell you all of the t-shirt ideas Steve has given me over the years. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you all the ideas that Steve has given me over the years. Steve just be like, no, I think you should, I think you should do this instead. I'm like, nigga, no. Like, nigga. You know what I mean? I'm not locking in on Steve. Yo. Steve for MP. How old is your pop? My pop in his 40s. I got young parents. Yeah, my pop in his 40. What is he like? How old am I? Hold on. Let me do the math. Because at a certain point you stop calculating your parents' age. Steve 44. He had me when he was 17. I'm 27. His birthday was in January. Steve 27. No, Steve's 44. So my pop young. My pop young, yo. By the way, at some point, me and my dad was talking about wrestling. And my dad was like, I'm an old man, yo. I'm tired of the wrestling coming on at 3 o'clock. We was talking about the European schedule. He was like, nah, I don't want the wrestling to come on at 3 o'clock. I want the wrestling to be on at 8 o'clock the way it used to be. I'm an old man. I said, nigga, don't tell me you're an old man. Nigga, you 40. You not an old man, yo. Just relax, Steve. Like, you're not an old man. He was like, no, I'm an old man. I'm like, nigga, shut up, yo. My dad is 44. Like, relax. What your pop bang with, Roman or Cody? Yo, my pop don't fuck with the Fed no more. My pop don't even my pop be watching AEW. And I was like, yeah, no, you will watch AEW. Y'all think, by the way, let me tell you something. Y'all think I'm a nigga that go against the grain? I am a nigga that go against the grain, but I got that shit from my dad, yo. My dad hates everything that everybody like, yo. My dad hates it. Yo, my dad hates, dog. My dad hate Apple. He's hated Apple my whole life. He used to hate buying me Apple products. He hates it. My dad during last year when like Poetik was finishing the story, my dad was like, nah, Swerve Strickland. Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? What you talking about? my pop text bubble come out green. Yeah. Your dad to go against the grain, or yo, he be going against the grain, yo. My dad really is counterculture. If you think I'm counterculture, you gotta hear Steve talk, yo. That nigga just be, nah, fuck that. Nah, that shit ass, yo. I'm not fucking with that. I'm like, Steve, everybody likes this. He's like, nah, me. And that's who Steve is, yo. That's who he is. It's my pop, yo. He a funny nigga, yo. You know what I mean? So he just want to be different. Yeah, bro. That's who my pop is. My pop like, no, fuck that. Oh, y'all like that? I don't like that shit because y'all like it. I don't like that shit because y'all like it. Steve is a walking contradiction. Yo, you a blow up doing wrestling content. It's no real niggas in that space. You know what's funny, bro? But that, by the way, one of the ideas my dad been giving me for years. No, actually, my dad not bipolar. My mom is. I got that from my mom. So one of the ideas my dad been giving me a year. My dad be like, yo, you should really cover sports more because you know a lot about it. Like, because you know what you're talking about. You should really talk about sports more. I be like, Dad, you know how hard it is to talk about sports? like my competition in sports space is ESPN. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's king of the fourth quarter. It's Kenny Beecham. You know what I'm saying? That's who I will be competing with talking about sports. Come on, man. Let me just do random silly talks where like my competition is Rory and Maul. Speaking of the sports, who do I want to go in the first round? What's the kid name from Georgia? Is it Malakar Starks? Is that his name? Yeah. Malakar Starks from Georgia. If he's there, I want him. But if not, you mean, I'm taking whoever Howie got. Yeah. I say Georgia, right? Yeah. Safety from Georgia. Steve, talk about what you know. Dom, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Stevie watching the stream? No, my dad don't watch the stream. First of all, my dad told me today, yo, he was like, you didn't really start popping up until you did FD. I was like, thanks, Dad. I mean, that shit how it worked. You watch FD videos, so I should pop up after you do after FD. He's like, no, you pop up now. My dad was telling me about how when he saw me on Olay, it was 2 minutes of him trying to figure out was that me or not because he hadn't seen me in a couple months. He knows FD. Yeah, bro, my dad know all the cornbread YouTubers. That's why he proud of me now because he know all the niggas I be doing content with. Your papa a hard lefty. He is. Like during the pandemic, my pop was leaning like fiscally conservative. I was scared for that nigga, yo. I was like, yo, Pop, you get some real conservative talking points off, yo. What's up, yo? You good? You good, Dad? It got real wicked for him for a little minute. For one random April 1st, you should have four. First of all, Four and I have had this idea forever now to have our dads on the stream, or like before with the pod. And we need to, because Four and I are two men who, you know, when we have dads, and also our dads shaped who we are as men so much. So I think it would be cool for y'all to see our dads. Because our dads, like, Four and I for the longest time have talked about how we're actively running away from being our fathers. We're just running away from being our dads every day because we see ourselves becoming our dads. Also, I think it would be hilarious for Steve and 3 to interact Because number one, my dad's racist. My dad's a racist. Like Steve, I learned racism from my dad. I just can't wait for the day for Steve had to like listen to 3 speak broken English. That's hilarious to me. I heard 4 as foreign, like 4 man in a foreign land. No. 4 man's my guy. He was not my guy yet. We got content planned, but I promise we're going to be friends as we do content. That's my sauce. If we do content together, we're friends. Whose parent is a little racist? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. My dad invented racism, yo. I remember when I was a kid, my dad, we used to go outside. My dad used to racist to white people. And my dad taught me the phrase cousins. My dad be like, no, look. My dad be like, yo, look at them cousins over there. You see them cousins? They cousins over there. I'm like, Dad, what's a cousin? He's like, you know how black people are brothers? White people, they cousins. Why he did that? Why he just had that? Why he was doing bits when I was a kid? Why he was doing bits at the dinner table? Like, what's up, yo? Why he was doing bits, yo? He was doing bits. He was cooking. Let's keep it a buck. No, Steve cooked with that. That's good racism. That's good racism. No, Steve cooked with that. That's his Sunday. That's his Sunday. He cooked. What's up, Reg? Nah, Steve one of the ones, yo. Nah, listen. That's his Sunday, yo. That's his one. I literally only have memories of 3 of my first cousins. He one of them ones. Top tier racism facts. Listen, you gotta shout out to Steve, yo. Steve said, "Give me the rock." Steve said, he just said, "Give me the rock." I was in here like making my list, and I was like, making a thumbnail for today, and Steve was like, "Look at you, know what you're doing a little bit." I said, "Dad, this is all I've done for my whole 20s. He's like, my dad said, "Look at you, got a skill." This nigga's so fucking funny. My dad, yo, this has been my only job for like 3 years now. My dad was like, "Look at you, got a skill." I said, "Nigga, what the fuck? It's all I do, yo. It's all I do every day." I was like, Dad, Dad, this is what I've done for my whole 20s. He was like, "Yeah, no, you didn't." I said, "Dad, I started doing this when I was 22, yo. I'm 27. Steve's so proud of you. No, my pop is proud of me. You know what I mean? It's a good feeling to make your dad proud, yo. You know what I mean? Even though when I talk about Kendrick, the Kendrick fans be telling me I ain't got no dad, I be like, no, actually, my dad real proud of me, yo. Your dad wants to be a 50-year-old man, but he's trapped in his youth. Yeah. Yo, a dad being supportive is him saying, "Yo, look at you knowing shit, dog." That's a father being supportive. Yo, look at you knowing shit, my nigga. Damn. Your dad gonna pop up with a channel. Y'all don't want to hear my dad. Y'all don't want to hear my dad's incoherent ramblings. By the way, today made me realize his ramblings only gonna get worse as like he's aged. Like, I don't think when he's 60, I don't think the ramblings gonna be more coherent. I think they could be way less coherent. Tell your pops you love him. I lost mine last year. All right, I text him that right now for you, bro. I text him right now for you, cause I know how niggas take that. I text him right now. Love you, pops. Y'all can't see, but I just texted him. Love you, pops. I love when niggas think you ain't got a dad, because 9 out of 10, your dad probably loves you more. No, for sure, bro. RP Dad Jalen. He's probably a good man. Do not let him ramble in front of clouds when he's 70. It's gonna be so incoherent. It will, dog. But listen, I can't wait for my dad to have incoherence, like real incoherent ramblings. It's funny because like I got a little sister. My little sister's 3. So she gotta deal with that, not me, really. Like she gonna be in the house with that nigga when like he get more incoherent. Very fun. Appreciate that, brother. I know you good, son. I try to be, man. Pops got an Android. Yeah, come on. For sure. Man. Since we started on like a happy-go-lucky, though, let's keep it happy-go-lucky. Y'all. I saw this on the timeline. This is Layla, the girl who made Not My Problem. She said, taking boyfriend applications. Chat, I won't fill this out for 4. I'm doing this for 4, y'all. So his name, age, and reason. His name is 4. 25. East Coast. Philly. Yeah, I mean. It's for 4, yo. Layla's 18. She old enough, bro. 4 is a pedophile, y'all. We do this for 4, y'all. We do this for 4. 4 is a pedophile, y'all. I'm making 4 a pedophile. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. No, I'm not abhorrent. I'm making 4 a pedophile, y'all. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. That's why I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for 4. I want to make 4 a pedophile, y'all. It's so easy to make a nigga a pedophile in 2025. It's all you got to do. It's all you got to do is fill out this shit for 4, yo. Do I? Yeah. Why? Because it'd be hilarious. Now 4 got to walk around with pedophile on his jacket. Don't worry about it. The O for the clip this. I'm not afraid of the O. What's 4's birthday? 12. I want to say the 18th. Was it 2000? No, it was 99.
You are now listening to Potty Mouth Radio.
I don't know why y'all running from this 4 pedophile angle, yo. Think about it. Four need pussy bad. Like, let's be real, y'all. 4 need it. This pedophile angle, this shit they expected. If I give it a pedophile angle, can they use the pedophile angle? If I give the pedophile angle, can they use the pedophile angle? Probably gotta let you with this try for it. I can't even say it the dessert. A lot of Flakko enter chat. Yo, he not here, y'all. Bull 5-3? Yeah. They can't use the pedophile angle if I give it to him, yo. What's 4's ethnicity? Hispanic and Latino, y'all. Chat, I'm gonna be honest, I did not go through this 4th. All right, hold on. Keep it a B, though. Do we lie about his salary, though? Cause what if she do want an older nigga? What if she do want an older nigga? They can't use the pedophile angle if I give it to him, yo. They can't. That's bad raps. Billboard 1900. It's not crazy, bro. It's not crazy. He 5'3" lie. 80K. She's 18. Yo, we know. Stop saying that. We're not actually trying to get forward with her. This is a bit. Stop making it weird. Stop making it weird. Did I say anything about her attraction level? I said she made a song. I'm making it weird for 4. Is he not Hispanic and Latino? Y'all don't like good bits. I've learned y'all like good bits. Some of the chat is loving this bit. Some of the chat don't like this bit. I'm going, Hispanic and Latino is Dominican, ain't it though? FD will find this hilarious. I thought, Pig, why you lying? Pig, why you lying? You did not think 4 was black. When did 4 say, Pids? Hold on. The 4 have pictures up on himself? No, he don't post them. You thought this man was black, yo? You thought this man was black? You thought this man was black? You thought this nigga was black? You thought this man was black? This one? You thought this boy was black, yo? It's not the most Dominican man you ever seen in your life. It's not the most Dominican man you ever seen in your life. They got the same facial structure, bro. It's the same facial structure. Bro. It's the same face. The same nose, the whole shit's the same, bro. Four is the most non-black Dominican to ever walk the face of the planet. Know why? Because he doesn't say the N-word. Rightfully so, though. 4 has never said the N-word. But aside from that one time he said it, and yeah, none of us heard it. He said it that one time because I said it because mirroring me because he's autistic, and then, yeah, I mean. Bro, Dominicans, they all have similar facial structures, bro. Hold on, let me find another one. By the way, they bro, this like his cousin, bro. This like his cousin. This like Young Ford, bro. Damn, do I got Young Ford pics? Did he post them on Twitter? I posted them. Damn. Hold on, bro. I got Young Ford pics. Remember Young Ford, bro? Remember when he showed us those pictures of him young last year? Do we got those in the community? Potty about racist never ends, bro. I'm not racist against Dominicans, bro. Dominicans aren't real people. Tell me to don't like check my mentions. Bro. First of all, I like this one. I'm black. And then here go Juan Julio. No, you Dominican. But also, why you turn this to a race thing? Immediately underneath, niggas said, no, you not. Four can't even say this, you Dominican. I'm black. No, you Dominican. Look what they saying, bro. Look at what they saying, bro. Yes, Reg, the pick where he was shoveling. The pic where he was shoveling, bro. You got that, John? You know how wait, what? Yo, how you before me? I would never take y'all for friends. I found him on the internet. He was on a podcast. Bro. It's not up no more. Do I have his account here still? No, I don't. I used to have his old YouTube. It's all down now. What do you call that channel? Damn. Did he take that on Forum Film Channel too? No, I don't think he did. Wait, hold on. I think the Empty Opinions channel might still be up. Hold on. Chat. I can't spell opinions right now. Somebody spell opinions. Why is that word beat my ass right now? Here we go. Damn, he did. Damn, he did get rid of it. Damn. Well, this was his old podcast. Oh, all his episodes still up. All his episodes still up. That's funny. This is for his old podcast. Let me tell you something. This was a freaky show. He used to have bad bitches on and review books. You gotta talk for, you know what I'm saying? Four is an interesting guy. I think I did it around this time for the first time. Introducing the Empty Network. Let me tell you something about that. It did not go far. Hold on, bro. I'm trying to find the first episode I did. It was around this time, wasn't it? Was it earlier than this? Did he take it down? Was it 2021? It couldn't have been 2021. It couldn't have been 2021. It couldn't have been 2021. Was it 2021? I'm trying to find when I did the pod for the first time, y'all. Wait, no, damn, it was 2021. Here it go. Jumbo Shrimp. What you mean I can't play this right now, bro? I just did all this and I can't play the episode? What, bro? Slander 4 segment. Yo, 4 gotta get his back kicked in every now and then, bro. He's my dog. That's what you mean, bro. Sometimes you gotta kick your dog back in out of love. He just read yo how as you know how. Because it made more sense. What's happening? Why are we talking about BBC? Why are y'all talking about BBC? I'm so confused what's happening. Nothing's happening yet. We're having fun right now, and then I'll talk about stuff. Four had a bitch book club. He did. Y'all is talking about BBC, bro. I see BBC mad times in chat. Bad bitch book club? No, he did not have that, bro. Well, y'all lying, bro. Hold on. That was a thing he did? Was this one play? None of his episodes are playing, but it's still up. I'm about to call this nigga. I'm about to call him. I gotta log in? Well, I gotta log in. That don't make sense.
Yo, bro, what's up?
Ford, there was first and foremost, I'm kicking it back in because it's funny. Secondly, they were saying that you did something on MD Opinions, because I'm looking at MD Opinions. You did something called the Bad Bitch Book Club?
I did. Well, it wasn't a Bad Bitch Book Club. I didn't call it that. It was just a book club, and I talked about the book club that I've done. But it wasn't. Yeah, it was. I did a book club with a friend of mine a while ago. I actually used the same glasses that I did for the stream the other day. I was going through glasses to watch the kid. Wow, I've talked about this. It's not nothing new.
But they said you called it the Bad Bitch Book Club, bro.
I don't know when I called it that. It wasn't in front of the bad bitch. I'll tell you that much. I didn't call it the Bad Bitch Book Club in front of the bad bitch. That's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you called it the Bad Bitch Book Club, you would have got more. You know what I mean?
I don't think I did, but I mean that's a catchy name. I'm pretty sure I didn't call it that nowhere, but I guess people throw that on my jacket because she was a bad bitch and it was a book club. I mean I can see the math.
Also, why can't I play none of your episodes, bro? I was trying to kick you back in further. I was trying. Somebody asked how I found you.
Oh my! Oh, that boy! I took them down. I mean, I got.
No, they still up on Spotify though.
Yo, they've been taking that shit down because I used to put music every week. It'd be like a new email. It's like, hey, by the way, we're taking this episode down because of music. So they've been slowly erasing my legacy. But I have the YouTube videos. I have all the links.
I know you got the links.
Yeah.
No, it ain't that deep.
Yeah.
It ain't that deep.
No, I did have a book club at some point, which was purely an excuse. It was kind of crazy. I have all the books still.
You was just horny.
It was like a monthly thing.
Why was you? Now nobody else has noticed this, but you were like just being horny when you had guests, though. You was just like getting the sexiest women you could find.
I mean, I guess I don't know.
No, don't try to be modest today.
I mean, I don't. The world. I mean, I guess it just so happened to be all beautiful. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
They just so happened to be beautiful. Or you wasn't looking for the beautiful women, but if they so happen to be beautiful.
Yeah, and primarily if they were good speakers, really, that was my priority.
For was a sex pest? That's what they call it in the chat, a sex pest.
I'm not a sex pest, bro. There was no sex involved. How could I be a pest?
No,
there was no sex involved.
There was no sex involved, but you was a pest.
Yeah, maybe I was pesty. I could have been pesty.
You was a little pesty.
I might have been zesty and pesty. Yeah, maybe a little bit.
No, don't call you zesty and pesty, my nigga. Yeah, also, I was kicking you back, and I was gonna make you a pedophile and fill out the.
Wait, where are you doing this? Where is this happening?
On stream. I'm on stream right now.
Oh, okay, so you throwing that on me on stream, bro?
Yeah,
and the ones that get, there'd be like damn near 100 people watching that one.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Yeah.
All right, bet.
I was gonna fill out the Layla.
Bro, I almost did that shit too, cuz, and then I looked her age.
No, see, look, chat, look, he was gonna do it himself. Don't.
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna do. But I didn't.
No, but you was gonna do it though. No, but you was gonna do it though.
I'm like, that's inappropriate.
Hold on. So look, he was almost a pest on his own. Chad was trying to kick my back in for doing that, bro. And now look, he was.
I've evolved, bro. I was like, I can't do that. That's crazy. Even though it could have been good content, because we would have just got her on stream. That would have been good to just get her on stream. That's almost like a guest application, low key. But I didn't do that because she's too young. She's 18, cuz.
Nah, bro, that's not what you said, bro.
What you mean? That's exactly what I thought in my head. I'm like, yo, what is this?
Look, Chubb said you write down. Fill that shit out. Look, now they want me to fill it out. They was fighting for you, bro. They was fighting for you.
Nah, I didn't fill it out because it's not. I can't do that. I gotta leave that to the youngins.
Yeah, no, you got to leave that to the young ones, bro. You got to leave it. Go easy on the young ones, bro. Go easy.
Yeah, I'm not a youngin, bro.
You're not a young one no more. 2 years ago, I would have did it for you, bro.
Yeah, that would have been. I guess it still would have been iffy, but it's like now 25 is great.
No, 25, you too young. 23.
Also, why is she even doing that?
I don't know, bro. Listen, she young.
Oh, because she's young. Yeah, she's young. Yeah, she's 18 with some clout. She's like, fuck it. We just do.
How many letters in pedophile? 7.
What?
They doing bits.
Huh?
They doing bits. Yeah. No, I was saying I was gonna make you a pedophile.
Yeah, yeah, good one.
Bro, the word pedophile don't have meaning no more, bro. What you mean, bro? Bro, everybody a pedophile, bro. Everybody's a pedo.
Yeah, nah, I guess.
They said they said I had you on speaker for 3 minutes before I told you. I was like, I was building up to it. I was working my way backwards to how we got there. I was working my way backward.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, you down the logical road. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a logical road.
You have like empty opinions. It was a sex pest doing book clubs and shit. You said I got some of that in you, don't you?
Yeah, y'all mean this shit's vibe, bro. He a sex pest, bro. You said it yourself. You was zesty and pesty. You said that.
I did say that. I did.
Doggo Tuesday when you grave at the Super Bowl. I wasn't actually gonna feel it. I do think it's funny to call a nigga a pedophile, but you made him a pedophile. This is what I was doing. Kendrick did. I made you a pedophile.
It just listen. It can work just like that. I guess it's up to the audience really to accept whether I would be a pedophile or not. That's the problem. Like people was ready to call Drake a pedo. You know what I mean? It didn't matter who said it. It was like, all right, fuck it. Yeah, he is. But it's like they're not gonna call. I don't know. Kai Cenat, I don't know. Somebody they like that right now.
Also,
you know what I'm saying?
Can I read you I want to read you the episode description to episode 200 of MD Opinions. Podcaster and CEO Dom Sharp joins me for episode 200 to talk about me joining the Body My Network, his experience with bipolar schizophrenia, and being at a point where failure isn't an option, and much more. Like, I want y'all to know, half this episode's an hour and 41 minutes. All of it was just like, so tell me how you went crazy.
Yeah, it was. You just laid out the timeline of like your biggest traumas. And I was so giddy, just asking you questions. Like, no, wait, let's stay here a little bit longer. That was me on that pod because you were like mentioning shit. It was crazy, and I'm like, wait, no, let's talk about that a little bit more. And you're just like, well, I'm trying to just like move past that.
You was like, no, tell me more. Yeah, I mean,
no, but yeah,
they would say I was kicking you back. I'm like, Ford kicked my back in a lot too, bro. What you mean?
Yeah, but I don't be doing it. I don't be knowing though. Like when I was,
I be knowing. It'd be fun.
Yeah, it is fun. Yeah, but when I had you on the pod, I had no idea it was that trigger. I was just like, but tell me about that broken mirror though, right? Isn't that just like beautiful everything? I was going crazy.
Niggas said how the glass shatters. Like, tell you more about that. About how you broke the mirror. Tell me more.
Yeah. Yeah, broke into a million pieces. Sort of like your psyche, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, so tell me about how you got great. Tell me more about that.
Nah, that was nuts. What, did we talk about that on that pod?
I think so, probably. You was digging in all my traumas. It was, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was trauma from my own confessions, bro.
I was just leading. Yeah, that's it really was.
Let's just say check your mentions on Twitter.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. It's probably a clip of me saying so. I was kicking it back in.
Cooking me? Why they cooking me?
No, I was kicking it back in, bro.
Oh, like is it clipped out or something?
No, let's just be clipping us out of context all the time for no reason.
Yeah, let me look at my mention. Ain't nobody talking. I'm not seeing nothing on my.
Why let's just lie?
Did they add? Yeah, I'm not seeing shit on my mentions. I just know all I see was Pitts. He added you on a tweet of mine where I said I'm black. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. No,
I don't know the context for that, but
first of all, they telling me today started stream. They made me name 50 black women, and they want me to do the same to you.
Name 50. Well, it's funnily enough, I'm editing into like a 9x16 clip that when I try to name 50 white women.
No, for you got 50 white women on lock, bro. What you mean?
I didn't, bro. I did it on stream. I couldn't.
That shit sauce, bro. You got 50 white women on lock.
Nah, bro. Maybe it might have been the brights were too light. The lights were too bright, cuz.
Bro,
like,
you got 50.
I could only get to 20. In 10 minutes, I could only get to 20.
Tell me, they gave me 5.
5 what?
5 minutes to name 50 black women. I started out with my parents and like all the women I had sex with. I got to a quick 30.
Damn. So you're doing like first? Well, okay. Well, that's different because people I know is different than like celebrities. Because I was supposed to. I guess I just went immediately to celebrities. I guess I could have just named. But even then, I don't know that many white women in my thing.
Trade level said, "Why for calling in like a 2000 like 2010 Lil Wayne?" Because I was kicking his back in. We didn't let him know we was kicking his back in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny. It's like a radio station where they call in to like address what's going on. Yeah, no, I could name 50 black women and I couldn't name 50 white women. That's
So you name 50 women, period, regardless of race?
50 women?
Yeah, period.
Just, yeah, probably. I don't know. It's probably easier, yeah. Because that's also, by the way, it's like when I was coming up with like the white list, I kept saying mad like Latino women, but they wouldn't let me point and write them down.
You could probably get to 25 Latinos quick.
Yeah, I could. I got to 10. They asked me to name 10 Dominican celebrities. I did that pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, easily, bro. Cause like you do keep track of like who pop inside Dominican world. That's just all.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Because there's not many of us. This how sick this list is. It includes Phantom, the Kid Mero, and Xavier So Based. These are like the names that I got.
Nah, you cooked. You cooked.
Yeah, those are a few of the names that I could list. It's not many though.
All right. I just want to call you to tell you I was kicking you back in, and also ask why your episodes wasn't playing. I'll see you later on.
All right, bro.
All right. Yeah, I mean, that's how you kick your man back in. You tell him you's kicking his back in, bro. You got to kick your man back in, but be honorable about it. Y'all niggas not honorable back kickers. Yeah, I mean, you got to be honorable when you kick your man back in. You got to tell him, y'all was kicking your back in. But that's honorable because you told him. I'm sad for the pedophile. How I sell? What I sell? Meanie Mouth Madness over. Why you call it Meanie Mouth Madness? You don't love your bros? Can we? No, we're not watching Pod the Balloon, bro. 425 Dominicans. He off the phone now. Wait, so Ford came out with Potty Mouth? No, he did not come out with Potty Mouth. That was part of my branding early on. That's part of branding early on. Kick my back in. Why North Freesburg always being so homosexual, bro? Like, you so homosexual all the time, bro. The madness of Meanie Mouth is would come up. The madness of Meanie Mouth is malevolent. That's why we gotta relax, bro. We gotta relax, bro. Too many big words. Diora. Is it Dira? Diora? What is it? Too many words, yo. Too many fucking words. Don't say that many words at me, my nigga. You mean? I thought your ex came out with it. My ex did come out with it. My ex did. Raven came out with it. When I first started potting, but actually before I started potting, my ex called it a potty. She used to call pods potties. She was like, "Oh, it's a little potty." And I was like, "What you just say, yo?" I did do the fan four stick shit. I was like, "Whoa, say that again." I looked at her, like, "What are we, some kind of potty mouse?" It was my ex. Shout out to Raven. Shout out to Raven, yo. Raven she is owed some points. I'm not gonna lie. She owed some money. I ain't gonna lie, yo. She owes some money, yo. You did that bad out in real life? She get residual. She might need some. I'm not gonna lie, bro. She might need it, bro. Cause she did just say it. She was like, oh, it was like a little potty. You know how women be trying to be cute, so they just like add letters and shit. I was like, whoa. Say that again. Potty. We gonna talk out our mouths. Potty mouth. Hold on. Give her the publishing. Nah, bro. She getting. I'm like a label, bro. She getting. Yeah, I mean, she not getting no pub off this joint, bro. Sorry, she shouldn't have left me. She shouldn't have left me, yo. You know what I mean? Don't think Malcolm X in your big three. What's going on? Why is Malcolm X in your... First of all, who said Malcolm X was in a big three, bro? A 90-10 split is fair? Don't like you eat pancakes? The fuck that mean? You don't like pancakes, my nigga? Is something wrong with eating pancakes? Like, I didn't know eating pancakes was a bad thing. Is eating pancakes a bad thing? Like, what's up, bro? Hold on. What happened, bro? What happened? What happened to the word you love? I ate a pancake today. My big three are civil rights activists. You got to go with the go MLK. You got to go with the go MLK. Now, are we just talking like black civil rights or civil rights activists across the world? Yeah, I mean, because like, is Che Guevara a civil rights activist? Is he? I don't know. He might be. Are we just going, are we only going black civil rights activists, or are we going civil rights across the world, bro? Is it civil rights across the world? Che revolutionary, not okay. If then Malcolm don't count, new because Malcolm, not Malcolm. The Fred Hampton don't count because Fred Hampton was gonna be on my list too. But Fred Hampton was a revolutionary too, so I can't name Fred Hampton either. Was Anne Frank a civil rights activist, or was she hiding inside a ceiling writing inside her diary? You see what I'm saying, bro? Here, now, Nelson Mandela, he belonged on that list. Speaker in our account, can we get the likes up? It's 6 people in here. Chase the merchant off that one pick. Yeah, but that one pick did damage, bro. Yeah, I mean, one pick. When you gonna talk about the fact you rap, bro? Like what? What you want me to say about me rapping? Like what do you want me to say about that? Like what kind of discourse would you like to have about my lyrics? Is it that I said something wrong? And that's what I'm saying. Anne Frank wasn't an activist. She just chronicled her experience. Like Diara said. I wouldn't call her activist. That's what I'm saying, because like the list get weary between activists and like real revolutionary, because to me, the 1-2 is MLK. MLK has speeches, so those speeches like they carry weight, but also Fred Hampton was out here doing shit, bro. Free bets for the kids, like you know what I mean, he had an armed militia in the hood, bro. Like you got that do something to you, bro. Give me equal dollar. Make a rap about your civil rights. What we doing, bro? How should get in the bathroom? All right. Y'all good, bro? Y'all doing Anne Frank jokes. Y'all good, bro? I'm just saying y'all good. Y'all good or not? That shit hard. Man of many talents type shit. Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, brother. You mean, y'all want to see something? Y'all want to see something, bro? Y'all want to see something I was forced to see the other day? This what I was trying to do before, bro. I was trying to do this before. First of all, a man pushing 40 told his 17-year-old girlfriend to defend him after facing online backlash for grooming. cheat on his fiance and getting the girl pregnant. This all happened after he had told his fiance he took her in because she was homeless and needed a place to stay. The girl says they're in love, so their relationship isn't predatory. My guy, first of all, not my guy. He got awful facial hair. Let's start there. Hold on. Let me move up, bro. Let me move up, bro. Bad facial hair. Any nigga with this facial hair is a pedophile. I'm calling it now. If you got this John, bro, you a pedophile, bro. She talking about some, I was a groom, like she know, bro. Dom, yo, let's go get him. Let's go get him, bro. Let's go get him, bro. Bro, you can't have your girlfriend in the backseat and record like she your daughter, bro. This not crazy, bro. No audio? Y'all can't hear? Hold on. Can y'all hear now?
You. Nigga, you.
Bro, he got her in the back seat, bro. He got her in the back seat. Bro, he got her in the back seat, bro. This is nasty.
You. Nigga, you man, bro, you a monster, bro.
This nigga said the little girl was a monster, bro. Real sick individual, bro. Underneath is the messages. This is fiance. Rainey Cook has been cheating on me with a 17-year-old girl who he was sneaking and had living with him, got her pregnant while we were engaged. Edit. And stop assuming I let him bring a minor around me because no the fuck I didn't. And this little girl had to have, first of all, this grown-ass woman, she had to have a little girl he had to have a little girl come to her as a woman and tell her about her man being a pedophile. This not crazy? Bro, by the way, this is why I don't go on Facebook. Cause you go on Facebook, you see 1,000 stories like this, bro. It's just the land of niggas who never grew up. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I started to realize I deserve better too. He really is an ass, that's all. What did he do to you? It's a long story. I'm listening. Please just tell me. Like, this situation is messing with my health and I just need the truth. Not gonna lie, telling that to a little girl is a little crazy, but I feel her. I'm pregnant and he's leaving for Texas today. He's been threatening to take my baby away from me when he or she is born. He blamed me for ruining his life when in reality he ruined mine by getting me pregnant before I had a chance to start a life yet. We're done now. So I want to say I'm sorry. Apparently he's known for this, but my dumb ass didn't want to listen. I really do apologize. And I know it's been fucking up your head, so I thought I tried to give you some closure. You gotta hold on tighter to these young girls, man. Cause like, I don't blame her for like falling for his tricks. That's what old nasty men do. Old nasty men are designed to make young girls fall for their tricks. But I do wish, like, her family would have held on tighter to her. She talking about she's saying people told me this too. She said people told her and she wouldn't listen. He's known for this. He's known for this. But what can you tell a 17-year-old, bro? 17-year-olds don't listen. 17-year-olds don't listen to anybody, bro. 17-year-olds don't give a fuck about themselves or what you got to say to them about anything. Well, she was homeless. I don't think she was homeless. I think that's the lie he was running around telling people. I don't think she was homeless. I think he was I think she was coming home from school late and he was like, damn, you got no home. She just had after school programs and shit. That's all it was. The little girl had after school programs. He said, no, you homeless. I'm going to save you. I don't need saving. That little girl was not homeless, bro. That little girl was not homeless. She was not homeless. She was coming home from her study group at the school, bro. That's what that wasn't like. And if she was homeless, it wasn't real homeless. You know how when you're young, you be like, I'm running away, or you don't go home for a couple of days. That's all that happened. And then this fucking creeps scooped in and took her. You should have known from the beard. I do want to do like a breakdown on like untrustworthy beards. He do got an untrustworthy beard though, bro. Like, look at Cuz, bro. This is an untrustworthy face. Nothing about him says trust him with your kids. Look at this nigga, yo. The barber that cut his head to give him no blending and shit. So this is by the way, Ye's untrustworthy in 2025. How many stories are there of old men taking in homeless, unhoused girls off the street? So many, bro. They say, by the way, niggas like this, his homies be like, no, he got a new little young thing with him. He got a new little young thing. When we talk about pedophiles, this nigga's actually a pedophile. This nigga's actually a pedophile. Like, this picture, this image right here is the sickest one though, bro. I almost threw in my mouth when I saw this. He recording her from the back seat. He got her in the toddler chair, bro. He got her in a toddler chair in the back seat. New little young thing. It is, bro. But his homies will say shit like that. Oh, yeah, no, he got a new little young thing with him. You mean a child? You mean a kid? No, he has homies. You'd be surprised, bro. When women on the timeline be like, yo, some of y'all friends be pedophiles, or some of y'all friends be abusers, or some of y'all friends be a rapist. I know a lot of times, like, niggas who don't keep niggas like that around them be like, none of my niggas rapists. None of my niggas are like that. Because we like to believe that we are of high moral, of high character enough that if we found out one of our homies was a pedophile, we would check him. Like, yo, that's weird, bro. Or at least beat his fucking ass. Like, you mean we gonna do something to him? Niggas will situate him. That's what we like to believe. But a lot of niggas don't come from that cloth. A lot of these niggas want to fuck 17-year-olds together. A lot of these niggas is perusing college campuses to go find a young vulnerable girl to take advantage of, and throw fucking $200 at her and be like, look, I got money for you. That's all it is. Our Kevin. Niggas homies be pedophiles, bro. I know we all like to believe that our friends aren't that way, because like we would check our friends if that was the truth. Like, I know we all like to believe if our homies was bringing around some young thing, some new little young thing, we'd be like, get away from us. That's weird. But ain't the truth. Ain't the truth. You're supposed to keep it light. It is light, bro. It is light, bro. It is light. But also, I'm trying to transition from the light stuff, bro. Trying to transition from the light stuff, bro. I got a list I want to get through today. I got one list I want to get through. You wait, time out. Hold on. Chubbs, what you mean you be doing pedophile checks on your man? Like, how that work? How you do pedophile checks on your homeboy? Like, what that look like to you? You be like, yo, bro, how old your girlfriend is? Yo, bro, how old is every girl you texting right now? Like, I had acquaintance that turned out to be grooming kids with 6 different Discord accounts. That's nasty. What's up, Matt? No, B3, Cole couldn't do a Super Bowl. Is Discord, it's funny, I've been seeing a lot more people talk about how Discord is like a hub for pedophiles. Is that the truth, bro? Is pedophiles just hanging out in Discord chats and just like looking to prey on kids? Is that a thing that pedos do? Cause I'm like newer to Discord, so I don't know. Hold on. I feel you. I wanted to raise my monitor up. Telegram kick. Dom curvy. I'm not curvy, yo. Get off my dick. I'm not. I'm straight down, bro. Ain't a curve in my body, pussy. I'm straight down, bro. Ain't shit about me curvy, dickhead. I remember being young on. Then why do I see cake? Terrier, relax, yo. Side profile had cake. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Y'all trying to say I got ass, bro. I know I don't got no ass, bro. Bro, where the ass? Where the ass at, bro? Where the ass at, bro? My shit goes straight down. Where the ass at? Ain't no ass, bro. Y'all niggas out here lying on me, bro. Y'all niggas lying on me, bro. Y'all niggas lying on me, bro. Yo, down to have a side profile of you again, my nigga. No, my fault, bro. Cause they was saying I was thick, bro. And I'm not thick, and I don't like when niggas say I got ass. Yo, can North Face boy chill for a second? Yo, he good? He dashed doing cake checks on the stream. Yeah, I mean, we gotta relax, bro. I got no ass. You got a thumper, dog. I don't got a thumper, yo. You good, bro? Can you relax? Can you relax, yo? You good, bro? Like we chilling? You got some. All right. I can't regroup. What the fuck is a passport girl? What's up with the title? Yo. All right. Somebody just called me a power bottom. All right. Oh, by the way, I only have a right ball. I don't know. The left one has been gone for about a decade now.
Yeah.
Would you like to see it?
Anybody?
No, pop.
That's what y'all get. That's what y'all get. That's y'all get for calling me a power bottom. Y'all had to eat that. Y'all had to eat that. That's not on me. Blame each other, chat. Blame each other, chat. Blame each other. Blame each other. Blame each other. Blame each other for that. Yeah, I mean, I had to. If y'all want to, if y'all want to get freaky, I get freakier. I get freakier. I get freakier. No, bro. If we getting freaky, I get freakier, bro. Well, I gotta be collective punishment. Nah, y'all all deserve that, bro. Nigga said I was thick, bro. Nigga called me a power bottom, bro. Nigga said post hole, coward. I'm not posting my hole, bro. I'm not posting hole, bro. That's kinky, bro. That's too kinky. You gotta relax, bro. I'm not posting hole. They got freaky. We get freakier. Yeah. You be in the gym. I know I do. I'm trying to get buff. I've been in the gym recently, bro. Don't tell me you get freakier, yo. Get freaky with him, Dom. No, don't cheerlead me when I get freaky though. Hold on. Don't cheerlead me when I get freaky though, bro. And don't match my freak neither. Don't match my freak. Don't cheerlead me when I get freaky and don't match my freak, bro. No, y'all supposed to not like that. Somebody asks, what are the passport girls? I'll show y'all right now. This is a clip from the Horrible Decisions podcast, bro. Shout out Horrible Decisions.
Nana Plaza is in Bangkok. It's a plaza filled with bars and strip clubs. Okay. I would say it literally looks like a mall. 4 floors, escalators. Like, it looks like if it wasn't a strip club, it would be a fucking Hot Topic or some shit. Strip club has like a theme. One of them, the girls were like kind of super thick, blonde hair, almost like American looking. There was another one of lady boys, another one where they had like the super wide eyes, like anime dolls. So you get into these bars, almost every single one of these women has a number on it. Like, what you like, what you like? You go, you get a drink. They're rotating on this thing. And I would say maybe it's 20 girls on a spinning pole. And they're all going around and we're like, ooh, that's a pretty one. Ooh, what does that number say? You're really looking. So when you bring the girl down, you can negotiate with her. Attached to Nana Plaza for 500 baht, which is equivalent to about $20 US, you can get 2 hours at the hotel. After negotiating with her, then take them to the hotel and you do your thing.
What she describing is sex tourism. I'm wrong? I'm wrong? I'm wrong? I'm wrong? Y'all, relax. Y'all cannot get happy about this. Like, y'all cannot. Niggas say 20 bones. You gotta relax. No, hear me out, bro. What she describing is sex tourism. She's going to a country where her dollar is valued more, and then using women's bodies as a means for sex. Like, where this at? Chat. God, stop. Why are y'all trying to go? We're trying to condemn this behavior, not shout it out. What are we doing? Relax, chat. Where it is at? Y'all gotta relax, yo. Y'all gotta relax. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta relax, yo. Y'all can just go to Liz Caller and buy the box. Imagine what $50 would do. Chat, gang. This is immoral. Listen, there is moral way to buy pussies and immoral way to buy pussy. This is an immoral way to buy pussy. You could just go to Liz Caller right now. You can go to Liz Caller right now and get it for 70 bones. You could pay a girl, you could pay a woman's light bill right now, and she would do whatever you ask her to do for 70 bones. You don't gotta go to a different country and then participate inside of sex traffic and it's sex tourism, bro. You fucking it up, bro. You fucking it up. You fucking it up, bro. You niggas is nasty. Even butt stuff. Liz Caller is the moral way. Those women are putting themselves up there. They are independent contractors. All the women on List Crawler are independent contractors. You are supporting a small business. When you go to a place like this, what they describing, there is pimps involved. There is sex trafficking involved. These women, some of these women are drugged or taken from the family at a very young age.
You get into these bars, almost every single one of these women has a number on it. Like, what you like, what you like. You go, you get a drink. They're rotating on this thing. And I would say maybe it's...
Bro, don't show me bitches rotating, Timmy. Don't have no women rotate on no fucking rotisserie chicken joint looking like hot dogs at 7-Eleven. What we doing?
20 girls on a spinning pole. And they're all going around, and we're like, ooh, that's a pretty one. Ooh, what does that number say? You're really looking. So when you bring the girl down, you can negotiate with her. Attached to not...
First of all, here's the problem. Any good prostitute is not allowing you to negotiate for her price. Any good prostitute is not allowing you to negotiate. It's not allowing you to negotiate her pussy price. She has a set price in mind, and you pay or you don't. This is unethical hoops. This is unethical hoops. Y'all niggas is nasty. Every single one of you niggas. Because you can get it done for $70. You're not a good buyer. You be trying to lower the price. You can't lower the price, bro. You can't. First of all, why are you going up to? No, bro. Unethical hoops is bad hoops. It's not that I disagree with you. Is that you can't explain why this is worse. Because you're going to a third world country where your dollar is valued more, right? And taking advantage of them in a poor economical situation. So taking advantage of a poor economical situation. Secondly, most of these women who are doing this are not independent contractors. They did not sign up for this lifestyle. 9 times out of 10, they were sex trafficked and sold and bought as a sex slave, and now you're buying a slave, basically. You're just buying a sex slave for $20. This is why it's worse. This is why it's worse. It's not only is it unethical, it's probably illegal. This is bad hoops. This is bad hoops. I'm helping the poor. No, you're not helping the poor. You think she get to keep that money? You think she get to keep that money? She don't keep that money. Somebody coming is taking that money from her. Not all of them are sex slaves. Bro, how many of them you think are sex slaves? One that said it's not illegal. You think these women are not? Do you agree with first of all, do you agree with the premise that these women are, that majority of these women are not volunteering for this? Do you agree with that premise? If you agree with that premise, then automatically it's not legal. Y'all niggas is disgusting humans. Y'all niggas is disgusting humans. Y'all niggas is disgusting humans. I think it's a bit of a stretch to assume that mostly are enslaved people. Why do you think it's a stretch? Y'all niggas are disgusting humans. Y'all niggas are disgusting humans. Like, this is nasty. This is nasty. Especially when it's ethical hoops. Just go on List Crawler and pay that girl $100. Now, first of all, you niggas is cheap. You niggas is cheap. DJ, no, my niggas, I'm in List Crawler. I've been talking about List Crawler for 4 years on internet. For 4 years, I've been talking about List Crawler. Ethical hoops. Ethical hoops. I'm not against supporting sex workers, but I am against supporting sex slavery. It's a difference. It's a difference. It's a difference. Y'all niggas is cheap and don't want to. First of all, you niggas don't even value the sex you're having with women. You don't even value the sex you're having with these women because you wouldn't pay $20 for it. Your dick gonna fall off. Your dick gonna fall off. Your dick gonna fall off. Well, you can just pay that girl around the corner $1.20. She gonna do whatever you want. Y'all acting like $1.20 a lot. It's exploitation regardless of the price. It's not exploitation if she's offering her body up on her own. If she makes the ad on List Crawler, then she's just an independent contractor. That's like saying that that's like saying like the OnlyFans girl or the stripper is exploited themselves. No, they are willingly do that. They're selling sex themselves. But being forced into sex slavery is something totally different. If inflation is a motherfucker, then go meet women in real life. You act like List Crawlers girls don't go to... Bro, I know women who do List Crawler. They don't. These bitches be doing it themselves. They're signing up themselves, bro. They're signing... Read their ads. They're signing up for themselves. These are women trying to make a quick buck. These are some women who are professional whores. You ever heard of a professional whore? It's all she do with her life. What is List Crawler? A place where you can go buy sex ethically. It's ethical sex. Why isn't List Crawler not ethical? Tell me why. Tell me why it's not ethical. Tell me why it's not. Not next topic, because I'm realizing chat is a bunch of sex pests. I'm realizing chat is filled with sex pests. And niggas who want to go participate in sex slavery. I didn't realize this who you niggas were. I didn't realize you niggas was taking vacations to go have sex with women who are enslaved. I didn't realize this was niggas. All we heard was 20 bones. 20, yo, you pay for quality. You pay for quality. No, chat did live their veil. How you supposed to go back to having fun when I realize who you niggas are? They rated about a brothel is something different, brother. And first of all, every brothel doesn't mean somebody's being trafficked. Are there legal versions of yes? But secondly, most women on List Crawler are independent contractors. They're making the ads themselves and posting it themselves. Most of these women are only doing in calls to their apartment building because that's where they feel safer to host and do this shit at. What you are describing happens, but that's not the most common practice of how people are selling sex in America. Y'all niggas be serious? Like, I see some in chat is like realizing error in the ways. No face boy still trying to ask how much my pussy costs. I'm ignoring him. It's like Yo, I made a video a few months back ago where I reached out to a girl on Listcrawler and asked her about her price. She was an independent contractor. She actually reached out to me post that video and was like, "Yo, thank you for promoting my ad." You niggas is nasty. You niggas is nasty creepos, bro. How you supposed to have fun knowing you niggas is nasty creeps like this? You niggas are disgusting. No, she was a businesswoman. No, she was offering like a massage and a suck for like $100. It was a good deal. Also, she said you could smoke with her. These aren't my guys. These aren't my guys. These aren't my guys. If these are my guys, anybody who actually listens to me knows my opinion on sex work. So this is why it's weird that people are having this opinion and listening to me. Don't say these are my guy. Don't say these are my guy. It's the fact that, like, Flesh Party, like, I don't know if you're trying to play, like, devil's advocate, but, like, in what world is it okay to say but after saying sex tourism is bad? You see what I'm saying? In what world? In what world is that okay? But you got to realize, or I just read the whole thing. Most of these niggas are not going to these countries. These niggas are going to these niggas are going to these countries for the sake of buying pussy. They're going to the country to buy the pussy. They're not going there on vacation and then be like, oh, I should buy some pussy while I'm here. They're going to the country to buy the pussy. Selling box is the oldest profession in the world. No, it is. Selling box is the oldest profession in the world. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy pussy. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy pussy. I'm not saying you shouldn't. You should buy pussy if you want to buy pussy. But there's ethical places to buy pussy from. But that's what these niggas. But that's what sex tourism is. When she's talking about going to Bangkok, she's talking about there to go buy sex. It's explicit either way you cut it. I don't think so, because I think when you say that, then like you're stripping women of agency. Like, women have the right to sell their bodies. Like, it can be like, so let me ask you this. Would you call a dominatrix, like women who are dominatrix, would you call that exploiting a woman? No. But that's still sex work. Would you call OnlyFans women who don't fuck men at all, just post videos of playing with the pussy exploitative? No. They have there's so much choice that goes into that. I see what you're saying, but I think that I am completely. I think the difference between sex work internationally and domestically is arbitrary. It's not arbitrary, right? You see what I'm saying, though? Like, I'm assuming that it's inherently staff. Mostly seems like a slippery slope of racism. It's not internationally. It is particularly third world countries. We're not talking like if you go to London and you buy some pussy, do I think most of the women who are there doing it slaves? No. I think it's a first world westernized country the same way America is, where you can find ethical ways to buy pussy. If you go to France or something like that, or like any first world countries, like I think you can find ethical ways to buy pussy, right? But we are talking about when times get hard and people are impoverished, when most of the population is impoverished. There are men out there who will seek to take advantage of the weaker people around them, and that's how you get 12-year-olds being sold into sex slavery. That's something totally different than a 26-year-old girl being like, I should start an OnlyFans, and that being and that turning into I should sell very particular fetish content, and to that turning in, well, he want to fuck me for $300. Maybe I should do that. Like that's a very different slope than 12-year-old girls sold into sex slavery. You see what I'm saying? You talking to a man who knows sex workers. I've spoken to many sex workers. Most of these women are doing it under it's complete free will. Most of them start in the club, like strip clubs, and then they realize I have clientele that will pay X amount of dollars for me, and they do it. It's a difficult thing. Now I do agree. Maybe ethical is the wrong word, but like, what would you call it when for back of a letter phrase, the worker is owning the mean of production. Like you're saying, like the person, the one, like the woman is the worker and her body is her thing. She owns the means of production. She owns it. That's autonomy, maybe is the better word. But yeah, that's something that's totally different than, being taken advantage of because of poor living conditions. I'm sorry for the ones who understand it, but we had to spend 45 minutes on this. I didn't realize chat was sex pest. I didn't realize chat was sex pest. But what about the ones who got free, but that's all they know, and they can't talk about the past for their life? But what about the ones who got free, but that's all they know, and they can't talk about the past for fear of their life? I'm not, that tricky question, but I would say that the first half of her life was awful, but now if she's doing it under her own control, if she doesn't want to, I hope that somebody would save her, not save her, but give her the tools to figure out a new path in life. But if that's all she knows, who am I to say no? Like, it's like the drug dealer who goes to jail and then come back home and all he knows is selling drugs. Sometimes that's the reality for niggas. Sometimes that is the reality for niggas. Potty Mouth legit going to talk to multiple lawyers after making this video. Wow, what'd I say? But as a man, nobody's coming to save me. As a man, yes. As a man, nobody wants to save a man. But women are different. We have a different level of compassion for women. And we should have that level of compassion for women, because women are easily taken advantage of inside our society. So I think we should have a different level of compassion for women. Not saying that we shouldn't have more compassion for men, but it's appropriate for us to feel softer feelings for women and want to help them out. Now, that can lead into us taking away that can lead to us taking away a woman's agency and her right to choose, when you're just like, we're making her a damsel in distress. You see what I'm saying? I agree though. Listen, I'm not saying that, sex work is like 1000% one thing or the other thing. But I do think that in most situations, you can tell the difference between somebody who's doing it for the love of the game versus somebody who's doing it for because they have to. Oh, about domestic sex worker versus international, and dissecting chat's attitude with the lawyer and sex worker input. Yeah. Yeah, my fault, y'all. We just spent 45 minutes on sex work. I didn't realize that. I mean, that's good talks. I hope here's what I hope. I know I can't change anybody's mind or anything, but I hope that if you ever wanted to take a sex tourism trip, just know that that is a bad thing. And when you do it, and when you are planning that trip, I hope you feel bad about it. I hope you feel bad about it. I hope my words today ring in your head where you're like, yeah, this is kind of corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big difference between going somewhere for fun and then, like, for example, when I was in Vegas is like, that's like America's #1 sex work capital. When I was in Vegas, I got offered pussy every single time I was in a casino. I just got offered pussy all the time. Where I knew they were trying to sell it to me, I said no, but I was like, I was interested to hear their prices and I wanted to learn more. But if I go to DR, I'm not about to be like, yeah, where are the $20 whores at? Especially when you're an American. That's the funny part. You're an American. You can get pussy off just being American. In most of these countries, you don't even gotta buy it. You can get pussy off just being American. Just the fact that you are an American, you are foreign. You're foreign. You know what I'm saying? You're just an American, my nigga. You can get pussy off that. You ain't got to flash the money at her. That's the question. Is anyone selling sex because they have a passion for it? You don't know hoes, bro. You don't know hoes, bro. So, as somebody who love hoes, I love whores. Some of these women is truly selling pussy because they love the game. They love the game, and they figured out early on why I'm doing this for free when niggas will pay me for this. Flashing the money and being $20 is hilarious. That's what I'm saying, bro. You have to say motherfuckers will actually get hella play. Facts. You should want to experience exploitation-free vag. They got a passion for the craft, bro. Y'all, I know some of y'all niggas. I know a lot of men in this world are whorephobic. Y'all don't like whores. Not me though. I love sluts. Y'all niggas love the slut shame. I love sluts and I love whores. These women be doing it for the love of the game. Some of them, most of them. Like, if you ever meet a girl with an OnlyFans, or you ever meet a girl who's a stripper, or any of those, or any of those sex workers, or meet a girl who actually sells pussy, you talk to them, you realize they're just naturally sexual people. They're just sexual people who realize how to monetize their passion. How is that any different than me being a yapper and realizing how to monetize yapping? How's that any different? Everybody, no, they don't love money. These women are required to make money inside a capitalist society. You think these women want to have sex with these men for free? A lot of these women want to have sex with these with these men for free. A lot of these women like you think some of these women would dress how they dress and do all that shit for free. It's women right now on the timeline posting tit pics for the love of the tit pic. They don't even got an OnlyFans. They're doing it for the love of the game. Do it for the love of the game. Traumas play a part, but traumas play a part in everything we do. Inside every field, trauma's gonna play a part. I talk a lot today because as a kid, I wasn't allowed to express myself. Inside some situations, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Growing up with a black mom who was young as shit when she had me, I wasn't allowed to express my feelings and talk a lot. She told me to shut up. So now I talk a lot because nobody can tell me to shut up. Yeah, man. It's all love, though. That was good talks, everybody. I hope all the sex pests feel bad about themselves. You making a sad backstory? No, it's true, bro. My mom used to tell me to shut the fuck up all the time, bro. My mom used to be shut up. My dad encouraged me to talk. My dad never beat me. So my dad used to be like, no, just talk to me. And that's why I learned how to talk. But nah, my mom used to be like, yo, shut the fuck up, yo. Shut the fuck up. Dukes should be like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, man. All right, chat. Let me go grab my black and then we can keep going. But I do think we do need a palate cleanser. We do need a palate cleanser because it was almost civil war inside the chat.
Yup, you make it hard to hate, and I make it hard to love, and that's how we fell apart. Okay, look. My baby a real deal stepper. We hang with the clowns like jesters. I turn to on like Fester. Yup, These niggas, they lie on mics. These niggas, they cap on pies. These niggas, they play with their life. Okay, alright. Look, they shot over this shit in tweets. Had the feeling your mama gon' weep. We spinning, we clean in the streets like how about that bitch and I blick? Damn, I gotta calm down, nigga. I gotta ride now, nigga. Niggas ain't, yeah, okay. Niggas ain't fucking with D.O.M. Said you outside, I see you then. Niggas tryna highlight VPNs. Niggas won't lie, leak DMs. Niggas get paid by CPM. Unc be sleep by 6 p.m. I get the call out, niggas is sneaking edition, alright? I get the reach to grabbing my pipe. Tired of piecing it up with the ops. These niggas be talking like I won't slide for real. Yup, you make it hard to hate, and I make it hard to love. And that's how we fell apart, okay? Look, my baby a real dope stepper. We hang with the clowns like jesters. I turn to on like fester. Yup, These niggas, they lie on mics. These niggas, they cap on pies. These niggas, they play with their life, okay, alright. Look, they shot over this shit in tweets. At the funeral, your mama gon' weep. We spin it with clean in the streets like street sweeper, street sweeper, street sweeper, street sweeper, street sweeper, yeah. Street sweeper,
Street sweeper, street sweeper.
street sweeper, street sweeper, street sweeper, street sweeper, yeah, okay. You make it hard to hate.
All right, Chad, we needed that. Just a little pilot cleanser. Let me look at my list and see if I got something funny. Oh, I do. This not as fun at all. Nah. All right, I'm doing this for me, y'all. I'm doing this for me. I ain't gonna lie. I need to talk about this, bro. All right, hold on. I quote tweeted today. Bro, a flash mob to Doechii song Anxiety occurred in Los Angeles today, bro. But I don't know today, but this video is posted. Bro. Did we move? I saw this for the first time today, bro. When was this posted? It was posted yesterday. I saw this the first time today, bro. I said they doing flash mobs like it's 2010, and y'all gonna convince me her whole career wasn't put together by a viral marketing team, bro. Let me tell you something. I tweeted this on Twitter, and the timeline got mad at me. Niggas got mad at me on the timeline, and I do want to read some of the people that got mad at me. It didn't do a lot of views. It got 46,000 views on timeline. I got like 19 responses. Let's read some of them. Somebody said, "What's wrong with marketing campaigns for music? Every artist does it. It's nothing wrong with having a marketing campaign, but I think which I'm gonna say 13 times. By the way, I'm gonna keep reading them. What's wrong with marketing campaigns for music? Every artist does it. Having a PR team is not a new concept at all. Niggas mad her team is doing their job. Somebody said I was jealous, whatever. What it comes down to, what it comes down to is a lot of people are just doesn't understand that it's so obvious that she's being marketed. Flash mobs aren't fun, Taylor. It's 2025. Nobody's done a flash mob in 15 years. Like, I think my biggest problem is that, number one, I don't ever want to feel like I'm being sold in music. I don't want to ever feel like I'm being sold anything. I thought inside the big year 2025, when all the time we are bombarded with ads. Actually, on all of our streaming services, most of us go out of our way and subscribe to the ad-free tier of our streaming services. Niggas got ad-free Spotify and ad-free Hulu and ad-free Netflix. I thought we all hated ads. And I thought that came because we don't like to be sold things. We like to think that we find things naturally. Now, I understand that I'm never on the internet. Nobody's ever found anything naturally. Everything is put in front of me for a reason. Now, whether it's a small guy, a small creator who came up with this viral marketing plan on his own, or a team of people who came up with a viral marketing plan. I don't think I'm ever finding things naturally, really, but I like to feel like I'm finding things naturally. This Doechii ad, what it is, it's a Doechii ad. It's an ad for a song Anxiety. Doesn't feel organic. It feels like it was put together by a team of suits who said, "Oh, how do we get this demographic? How do we get specifically this how do we get this demographic? How do we get 25 to 35?" As if like we're not actual people with real interests. We're just a number on the board and a stat inside a Spotify monthly listener counter. And I don't like this about the Doechii push. I simply don't like that. Now, I think Doechii's extremely talented. I think Doechii's an extremely talented rapper, but I can see why some people are turned off because of her push. I said it today earlier. Like, I think it's completely normal for you to be like, this person is extremely talented, but I'm turned off because of this thing. I either push, I either presentation. For example, in wrestling, you can look at a wrestler and be like, they have great in-ring ability. They're great on the mic. Everything is good. They have the good physique and all that, but the packaging, their gimmick is bad. I don't like this gimmick they do. A perfect example of this is Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes was always a good wrestler. He was always good on mic. He was just giving bad gimmicks. He was giving bad gimmicks for a long time. He left and came back with a good gimmick, and now he's the world champion. Doechii's gimmick is just bad. Like, if I can point out that it's an ad, is it a good ad? Especially for music. If I can tell that you're trying to sell me something, is it a good ad? No, right? Whenever we watch the Super Bowl, we're always judging how good an ad is. Are we not? Doechii is Cody. That's how they pushing her. They pushing Doechii like she Cody Rhodes. That's how they pushing her. It's not, by the way, nope, I'm not complaining that her team is working. I'm not complaining that her team is working. Her team is supposed to do that. But the problem is not her, the problem is not what her being pushed, is the fact that we can tell it's a push. You see the difference? Like, does that make sense to you? Do I gotta say the ad thing again? Like, in what world do we like ads? Others, man, found it. No, they didn't. Let me tell you what others were saying. Others who saw this ad, they said the same thing, and I quoted it. I commented this. Tons of people are saying this is a recession indicator. Tells me that the marketing works. Somebody who studies the internet trends knew to put this together at this exact time to get his ad reaction. People are not saying this is good. It's a good. They're saying, oh, flash mobs are back. This is a recession indicator. Number one, recession indicator usually talks about like fluctuations in market and like people buying power. Like if people are buying more this, or if this thing is cheaper, or that it talks about the market, like actual physical money. But recently on social media, people have been noticing like social recession indicators, which I think the first time I heard it was people saw it was a Gaga album, and like the Lady Gaga album was like a dance album. I don't know, I listened to it, but it was like, this is a recession indicator. Lady Gaga hasn't given this since the last recession, so people are noticing like social recession indicators. And while I think it's a cool thing to notice, I think that was put together by a marketing team who saw that phrase floating around. It's like, yo, what were we doing last time we had a recession? And they put this together. How would you compare Gorilla's push to Doechii's push? I'll say this. I think Gorilla's push was mostly music. It was mostly music. Gorilla just dropped a bunch of singles. Now, she was featuring on everybody's song, which is obviously push, which whatever, but at least there was music attached to it, right? Which I don't think it's that great of a push, but at least there was music attached to it. This Doechii push has been trying to push her as like this socialite. I remember I muted Doechii a few weeks back, but I remember it started where she was like popping up everywhere. First of all, it started with a Grammy. Her push started with a Grammy off a mixtape. She won Rap Album of the Year off a mixtape, which is whatever. It was a great mixtape. Was the Rap Album of the Year? We Don't Trust You came out last year. You know what I'm saying? So it started with that, and then it started with her just being seen everywhere and like being pushed as like this superstar that we need to see everywhere. Doechii has, I've heard, first of all, the Anxiety song is what, 4 years old? Didn't that song come out in 2020? Didn't that Anxiety song come out in 2020? And then randomly start trending again? A song for 2020 randomly start trending again? Am I confusing that year? Am I confusing that year? Did that song not come out in 2020 then randomly start trending again? Am I confusing that year? Somebody tell me in chat. Chubbs, I agree with you. It's a bad act. I don't got a problem with her push. I just don't care for it. So the song came out 4 years ago and randomly start trending again. Randomly. A song that was nobody heard at the time randomly became a TikTok trend. You see how that's like marketing? And I had no problem with the marketing, but when I can tell I'm being marketed to, why is it a problem for me to call out bad marketing? Why is it a problem for me to call out bad ads? Why is that a problem for me to do? I have no problem with her getting money. I have no problem with her becoming popular. I don't care about that. But I do wish that they will realize they're turning off more people than they're putting on. Like more people are, now some people are just hate her because she's a dark-skinned black woman. I think that's wrong. Some people hate her because she's a confident dark-skinned black woman. I think that's wrong. That's wrong. That's a wrong thing to do. But also, I think my critique is just of, if I want to sell you as a superstar, the story got to be believable. It got to be believable. Doechii went from a relative unknown to a superstar in a year. That happened, y'all. That happened. It's not. I'm not making Mount out of molehill. It's been several bad ads. Her career so far has been nothing but bad ads. She won Rap Album of the Year for a mixtape. Her career has been nothing but bad ads. Her career has been nothing but viral marketing. A song from 2019 is now was charting on Billboard. Her career has been nothing but bad ads. And I think, to me, you don't have to do that when she's talented. She's actually talented. You know what I would have did if I was managing Doechii? Whatever. We bought her Rap Album of the Year. As soon as that happened, I would have made her put the album out. Let's put the album out. The album got to come out now. She's talented enough where the music can speak for itself. We don't got to do these tricks. We can just put the album out. Yeah. I see what y'all saying. Is she talented? Yo, Doechii's really talented. We're not saying she's not. We're not saying she's not talented. She won a Grammy and received more attention for a specific song that's controversial to you. Do you know what albums? Do you know what rap? She won a Grammy for a mixtape. Let's start there. It was marketed as a mixtape. She won a Grammy for Rap Album of the Year for mixtape. The label didn't even believe it enough to sell it as an album. The label didn't believe it enough to sell it as an album. They sold it as a mixtape. Go look at the tweets. They sold it as a mixtape, and she won Rap Album of the Year for it. The same year that We Don't Trust You came out. We Don't Trust You was probably the best rap album of the year last night, and she beat a Future and Metro Boomin album. Let's be for real, y'all. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. Lil Wayne is Lil Wayne. Relax. Invasion of Privacy had hits. Invasion of Privacy had hits. What are we talking about? Cardi B was the hottest rapper of the year that shit came out. Doechii was a nobody until she won the Grammy. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Why are you comparing Cardi B to Doechii? Cardi B was the hottest rapper of the year. She won that shit. What are you talking about? What are we talking about? Do you remember how hot Cardi B was? The Cardi B has since fizzled out. Doechii had she sold 11,000 copies. Nobody listens to that shit. Cardi B was selling 200K. Cardi B was the hottest shit in the world. I said a relative nobody. Relative. People just say Doechii Charisma as bad taste because usually comes off as dark. It's not dark-skinned black woman hate. It's not dark-skinned black woman hate. It's me recognizing an ad and being upset that I'm being sold an ad. It's me recognizing it's an ad. We all get sold an ad. It's me recognizing an ad. Invasion of privacy wasn't impactful. Why are we lying? You come out. Invasion of privacy sold 250,000 copies first week. What are we talking about, bro? I Like It was on this album? What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? My girl giving Invasion of Privacy expense to this day. What are we talking about, bro? It's a great album. What are we talking about? Invasion of Privacy was like, it was everywhere. What was it? 2018, 2019, 2017. What year was this? (2018). Invasion of Privacy was everywhere. It was everywhere. It was everywhere. You can't compare this to that Doechii album that nobody heard until after it won a Grammy. And I'm not making that shit up. Nobody heard it till after it won a Grammy. What are we talking about? Why are we comparing Doechii to Cardi B? You can't compare come-ups. You can't compare come-ups. Bodak Yellow was the hottest shit in the streets. What are you talking about, bro? Bodak Yellow was the hottest song. What are we talking about? Was y'all around in 2018? Did you know how hot Cardi B was? By the way, niggas is still asking for new Cardi B. And she won't drop because she's scared because her debut was so big. She gotta compete with her debut. And she running from that. Listen, I'm not saying that Doechii's bad. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve her. I'm not saying Doechii doesn't deserve her come up. I think Doechii's a very talented woman who waited her turn and she deserves it. But what I'm saying is, if I could recognize I'm being sold something, what I'm saying is, if I can recognize I'm being sold something, and you're purposely trying to go out your way to make the come up look authentic, it's a bad ad. It's just bad advertisements. And also, I think they're turning more people off to Doechii than they are turning on to Doechii. And that's bad. Shorty asked you guys who Doechii's not have a butt. She don't got a butt yellow. But I don't mean she don't got one coming. Just stop selling me a car and calling it a Bentley. Facts. I'm not saying she's a plant. I'm not saying she's a plant. I'm not saying she's an industry plant. I'm not saying that. Doechii has been around. I remember her gay music when she was making gay strip club music. I've heard it. But I'm saying her new push as this rap superstar is very inauthentic. It's very inauthentic. And by the way, I think Doechii has the Poetik Ghetto coming. She's talented enough to get the hit, but they gotta let it come to her. Like, also comparing Cardi B to Doechii is crazy. Cardi B was like an internet since Cardi B's come up with documented. She was on Instagram, then Love and Hip Hop, dropped her mixtape, and she was out of here. We saw the come up. Doechii was a relative nobody that nobody knew. Let's be honest. She was a relative nobody that nobody knew, and then she won a Grammy. Let's be honest. I'm not saying it's wrong. Fuck it. Let's plant more black women. I don't give a fuck, but I'm just saying when you do it like this, it make it look bad. Please compare Doechii. That's it. But I didn't start the Cardi thing. They both industry darlings. Yeah, for sure. She got a Tiny Desk concert. Had a devoted fan base, and involved in several dramas. What does that mean, though? Proxy to Kendrick help for sure, but I'm not doing Kendrick and Drake talk today, bro. Both these women are great, and I hate how to compare them. But somebody in chat said that, bro. Somebody in chat said that. Listen, salute to Doechii. I want her team. What? She need to hire a new team. Whatever her team is doing, I think what I say is, I don't think all marketing is good marketing. While I think the advertisement worked and I saw it, doesn't make it a good ad. No. A good ad makes you interested in the product. For example, those Progressive commercials back in the day. I was way too young. To buy car insurance, but I knew what Progressive was. I knew what it was. I was aware of the brand. It's about brand awareness. Right now, Doechii's brand is being attached, for rightly or wrongly, is being attached to industry plant allegations. That's not good marketing. Yeah, man. That's all I'm saying. Those commercial commercials was fun. That's all I'm saying, bro. How do you shake the industry pair allegations? Doechii got to disappear for the rest of the year, and at the top of the year, just drop a great album. By the way, I don't think she got to disappear. I do think she got to stop doing some of the media appearance she's doing. But if she drop a great album and the album is undeniably great, undeniable music will always win. Facts. Undeniable music will always win. She just need undeniable music. And right now, the music, for better or for worse, isn't undeniable. It's not undeniable. I think it's good. But is it undeniable? Poetik Ghetto was undeniable. I Like It Like That was undeniable. You know what I'm saying? Mag got some undeniable shit. It's undeniable. What Brobo trigger about art being pushed? Like what did DR say? I can't see her comment. Like I get being annoyed by ad. I get being annoyed by bad ads. I don't think you provide a sufficient editor for your energy you're giving. I'm doing a live stream where I'm trying to be entertaining. That's the evidence for the energy I'm giving. I'm a content creator who wants to talk about stuff. That's the evidence I need for the energy I'm giving. I got a little loud and yelled a little bit because I'm passionate equals good content. Do I care? No, I got Doechii muted. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of seeing Doechii shit. But I think it's a good conversation. You probably don't see the argument working out, but I think it's because you don't want to see the argument working out. If you don't see the argument, then you don't want to see it. Because most of the chat was like against me until they was like, nah, he kind of got a point. If you don't want to see the argument, it's because you don't want to see it, and that's fine. But that's not a me problem. That's on you. I think I orated myself the best I could, and maybe some of that's with me not convincing you. But I don't think I was trying to write a persuasive essay. I think I should get. It was an opinion piece. I don't think I was trying to persuade you to come to my side. Enjoy Doechii. Enjoy the ads. I'm saying I don't. Salute though. Salute to everybody, yo. Salute to everybody, bro. By the way, I've been trying not to talk about Doechii for weeks now. Also, I think black women just love Doechii, by the way. I truly think I think black women just love Doechii too much to see any opinion on Doechii as like non-biased. Which I'm not mad at, bro. Salute to Doechii. I fuck with her too. What else I got? Yo, I saw this video.
So
first of more hip hop talk. I saw this video, chat, and I gotta be honest with you. This shit pissed me off, gang.
So, a topic of a conversation that I've been trying to have for the last few years has finally came to me. And it came to me in the idea and the concept of a lot of the culture vultures that we don't speak of within hip hop. We often call out the Post Malones, we often call out the Vlad TVs, we often call out the Adam 22s, we even often call out the DJ Academics. What we don't call out is the street ninjas. Now, because hip hop has been a part of the streets, we don't really see street ninjas as, and that's for lack of a better terms, we know what street ninjas mean. Street dudes, we don't really see them as culture vultures, but a lot of them are not hip hop.
That's not hip hop.
We've been seeing a lot of stuff come out in the last few years when it comes to the streets, right? We've been seeing the Young Thug Rico charge. We've been seeing the Yo Gotti stuff, Big Jook. We've been seeing the XXX stuff. We've been seeing the Juice WRLD stuff, which they had drug paraphernalia underneath the plane. That there's a whole conspiracy behind that. The Big U rolling 60 stuff. We've been seeing the Nipsey stuff. We've been seeing a lot of the dark side of hip hop, for lack of a better term, spill out. It's been exposing itself to the forefront. I don't know what it is about podcasts and Adam and Vlad, but people get on there and just start spilling all the beans. We've been seeing a lot of this play in the forefront. We recently just had Sauce Walker. One of his artists was deleted and he was shot at in front of a mall. Right, we've seen that play out. That's crazy. Now those suspects are ending up deleted. We've been seeing a lot of stuff play out in the forefront that used to be behind closed doors that wasn't as talked about as much. You've been hearing about extortion. And I'm here to say that these dudes are not hip hop. That's basically what I'm saying. A lot of these street dudes are not hip hop. A lot of them are not hip hop artists. They are street dudes trying to clean their money. They're trying to legitimize their business. They're trying to just corner another market. They're trying to further their street activities. So we've been seeing a lot of these people. I'm not going to say any more names than I have because, you know, even little babies being caught up in a situation. I hope all of these dudes, if innocent, they get out and they get to feed their families and they get to be with their families. I understand the correction system and I understand the prison system, but it don't do its job. It just leads to more issues. That's just my personal opinion. We have to separate the two. We got hip hop artists and we got street dudes. A lot of these dudes are not hip hop artists. A lot of these street dudes are street dudes. They're street ninjas.
All right. I see the point he's trying to make. I'll say this. Here's what I say. I see the point he's trying to make. He's trying to say that a lot of these guys, a lot of the street rappers that we've come to love, they don't love the art of rhyming. Like they see it as an opportunity to get out the hood, which is true. There are opportunists who so happen to have a story to tell. But does that make them any less hip hop? I think that for lack of for better or for worse, hip hop has been so intrinsically tied to the stories of the streets, right? Like early on, the rappers were telling stories of the streets. They may not have been the tough guys, but they was telling those stories. The only difference is now the storytellers are the guys who actually lived it. And I don't think that's a necessarily bad thing. I think calling them un-hip hop is bad. Like this is like saying because niggas don't rap over MF Doom type beats, he's not hip hop. Like these niggas are just as hip hop, and they add just as much value to the culture as MF Doom. But you don't see it that way because they're tough. And I truly want to give him grace here. I want to give him grace, and I want to hope that like he doesn't just know that so many of our favorite hip hop artists we wouldn't have today if it wasn't for the streets. Like so many of our greats, so many of our GOATs, their career in the beginning was funded by drug money. They're like so many of our greats, so many of our GOATs early on in their career, it was funded by dudes in the streets who saw something in you was like, oh, I'm gonna invest in this. It's how we got niggas like Rap-A-Lot and them niggas in Texas, right? So many of our GOATs have the connection with the streets because the street dudes are the dudes with the money, the dudes with the capital to get you to the next place. So saying these street dudes ain't hip hop is kind of like, do you respect hip hop at all, or do you respect your subset of hip hop? This like niche, nerdy, big word rap. I wanna be respectful. No way I got ads and you two lives down. Yeah, bro, take that ad, bro. Take that ad. What do you classify as a criminal? Niggas who do criminal activity. Niggas who do criminal activity. Criminal activity makes you a criminal. And is that a bad thing? No. Some niggas are criminals not because they are bad people, because it was circumstances. Circumstances made them be criminals. Like circumstances turned them to the streets. Does that make you any less hip hop? Does that make it any less violent? Like what he's saying, by the way, this nigga right here is saying that somebody like Jay-Z, Read My Soul, is saying Jay-Z is not hip hop because Jay-Z started in the streets. That's what he's saying. He's saying 50 Cent ain't hip hop. 50 Cent started in the streets. That's what he's saying, bro. He's saying that our GOATs, niggas with Snoop Dogg, he fought a murder case, ain't hip hop. You see what I'm saying though, bro? Like the moment you start othering niggas from hip hop, it's the moment you come off as a pretentious fucking loser and a nerd and a geek. Like Master P. Hip hop not necessarily comes from the streets, but hip hop is stories from the voiceless. It's stories from people in poverty that didn't have. Hip hop is a story of making do of what you got. Those niggas in the Bronx who started hip hop, them niggas had record plays and start fucking scratching on it. They made do with what they had. They made the best out of a situation. That's what hip hop is. And you can't say that because a nigga was in the streets and made the best out of a situation, he's less hip hop. Actually, he is hip hop. I'm tired of these niggas who grow up in the suburbs with 2-parent households telling me what is and what isn't hip hop. You can't tell me that shit, bro. You can't say this out your mouth and think it's a good opinion, a good take. Like, you cannot tell me that Jay-Z not hip hop. You can't tell me Jay-Z not hip hop. You can't tell me the nigga made a Black Album, not hip hop. You can't tell me the nigga made Get Rich or Die Trying, not hip hop. You can't tell me that because they was in the streets. Did bro say? Bro said. We keep watching.
A lot of these street dudes are not hip hop. A lot of them are not hip hop artists. They are street dudes trying to clean their money. They're trying to legitimize their business. They're trying to just corner another market. They're trying to further their street activities. So we've been seeing a lot of these people. I'm not going to say any more names than I have because, you know, even little babies being caught up in a situation. I hope all of these dudes, if innocent, they get out and they get to feed their families and they get to be with their families. I understand the correction system and I understand the prison system, but it don't do its job. It just leads to more issues. That's just my personal opinion. We have to separate the two. We got hip hop artists and we got street dudes.
We got hip hop artists and we got street dudes. He's separating the two. He's separating the two. He's separating the two. He's separate as if they can't be the same person. As if they can't be the same person. As if you can't be from the streets and from hip hop. As if these two ideas are mutually exclusive. You come from hip hop. You were born in the arguments. It's a very privileged take. It's a very elitist take, right? Because like, I think in his mind that to be a hip hop artist, you gotta fully love and immerse yourself in hip hop, which I don't disagree with. I don't think that, you know, on his face, I don't think it's a bad thing. Do I think something now? Like, let me tell you this. Do I agree with his initial thesis? His initial thesis that some of these street dudes ain't hip hop. I agree with that thesis. That initial thesis, I agree with for sure. But at what point are you just dissing half of our greats? You know, and maybe this isn't his fully thought point. A lot of times, as somebody who makes videos on the internet, a lot of times you make a point and it's half baked, and then you read the comments and realize, damn, I missed this point, I missed that point, I missed this, I didn't see it from this angle, I didn't see it from that angle. So I'm gonna give him grace in saying this, but I want to say that this is one of the worst takes I've ever laid my eyes on, ever, because it diminishes and it dismisses so much of what makes hip hop great. So much of what makes hip hop great is the rags to riches story. That's so much of it. So much of it is coming from nothing, making the best out of what you got and becoming a great. Using your story and that story being something you hold your head, you fucking hold your head on. He did say the streets are not hip hop. He said that, which is like, He's saying Meek Mill not hip hop, yo. Yeah, I mean, listen, say what you want about Meek. Meek Mill is hip hop, yo. I don't care about the B&Es he did. That nigga used to freestyle on a corner in the middle of the winter in a bubble jacket. That's hip hop, nigga. What are we talking about? That's hip hop. That's love for the game. That's love for the pen. You can't tell me that's not hip hop, nigga. You can't say that. You can't say that. You can't diminish one half of the culture because you don't see yourself in it. Because you don't see yourself inside these dudes, you can't say they're not hip hop. What are we talking about, bro? He listened to Big Sean and Chance the Rapper. You know what I mean, bro? So listen, like I said, I want to give this brother grace. I want to give this brother grace and say that he didn't think this thought fully out. He didn't think it all the way through. I want to assume he did that. I want to assume that's what happened. I want to assume. But also, this as on his face, this is an unforgivable idea. This is unforgivable. This is unforgivable talks. Jid is his favorite rapper. I mean, truth be told, like, I'm not gonna say this about him. But niggas who with this opinion favorite rapper do be Kendrick Lamar. Niggas with this opinion do favorite rapper do be JID or Jid. You know what I'm saying? Niggas with these opinions usually love a certain kind of hip hop. It's a certain kind of hip hop they love. It's a certain kind of hip hop. It's what I like to call that hip hop, suburb hip hop. It's very safe. People see it as like a art form. It's high art because they're rhyming words. This guy looks at some rappers and be like, no, this guy probably doesn't like Sexy Red. People like him probably don't like Sexy Red. And he don't like Sexy Red because Sexy Red come from the streets. You see what I'm saying? He likes suburban hip hop. Niggas like him. I'm not gonna throw this on his jacket per se, because I don't know this young man. I don't know him. But niggas like him don't like Sexy Red. Niggas like him probably was calling mumble rap back in 2016. I don't listen to that mumble rap garbage. You see what I'm saying? Niggas like that. A black excellence brunch crowd. Exactly. It's that kind of thing. He threatened. No, I agree. He threatened the art firm. This language is very divisive. I would like to read the comments on this video now a little bit. See what people in his comments thought. Let me zoom in a bit. Oh shit, I zoomed in too much. Damn, hold on. Oh shit. Hold on, let me make sure I'm zooming in on the right thing. Whatever. I'm gonna assume y'all can still see. This need to be said. Glorification of street life has held back hip hop for decades. Calling them culture vultures is 100% correct. This is why the best co-rap comes from people who no longer deal. Hip hop artists are willingly being used. We gotta talk about that. I agree. This is an underrated take for sure. We need to bring back gatekeeping. Bro. Niggas want to gatekeep from... What the fuck? Oh, shit. Yeah. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Hold on, my fault, y'all. Niggas want to gatekeep from Jay-Z. Listen, salute to that brother. I want to assume he just didn't understand the point he was making, and hopefully some people are saying, yo, bro, you got to think broader about this, because that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it, bro. That ain't it. I tell you, that ain't it. Both can be true. What, Taylor, what you mean? No, let's not salute that brother. No, I want to give him grace because he's obviously a nerd, but I want to give him grace. I want to give him grace that he don't know what he's talking about. That's why I want to give him grace. I want to give him grace. Because listen, I got a lot of bad takes on the internet too. And I will be hopeful that people give me grace. He never made the whole connection.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
One day we need to talk about how Griselda niggas make coke rap for nerds. You not lying, bro. You not lying. Their whole fan base is nothing but white dudes and 40-year-old black guys who's holding on to golden age hip hop. You're not lying. Now, I like Griselda. Griselda actually come from the trenches. I like Griselda, but there is a kind of I think it's kind of this. It's respect put on what. It's a respect put on what Griselda does from like white hip hop fans because of the beats they rap over. Because it's similar to golden age hip hop. Because it's like drumless loops or it's like really gritty boom bap. There's a respect put on it from older hip hop fans and also white hip hop fans. So I agree. But that doesn't change. I think where Griselda is. They feel the need that was desired in hip hop. But also those same kind of guys won't listen to, you know, a Young Jeezy album. Like Prime Young Jeezy, when Jeezy was doing coke raps, they won't listen to that because it doesn't align with their idea of what hip hop is. That nigga think Young Jeezy not hip hop. Oh, I just got mad, yo. That nigga think Jeezy not hip hop, bro. That's crazy. That's not crazy. We can say violence is bad, but still fuck with music. That's what we do. I don't know how I take. We finna keep bumping it. Violence is bad, but you can't gatekeep it from. But you can't gatekeep hip hop from hip hop. We can all agree that violence is bad. He think Gucci Mane not hip hop. Facts, bro. That's what I'm saying, Taylor. Lens. I know what I'm saying. I don't think he thought it through. I don't think he thought that idea through enough. Because there's too many niggas who are critical to what hip hop is for him to be like, nah, that ain't hip hop. That's why I want to give him grace, bro. That's why I want to give him grace. That's why I want to give him grace. We never talk about violence bad in other genres, and that's why I hate about the discourse in the spyglass on hip hop. I agree, we don't, but also hip hop is like, other genres aren't as violent as our genre. Our genre is more violent because our genre talks about poverty, and living in poverty is to live in violence. So when other genres isn't at, like, you can say country music talking about poverty, the niggas talking about having acres of land in that music. That ain't poverty, yo. That ain't poverty. We talking about living in row homes and shit like that. We talking about living in 2-bedroom apartments and 6 niggas in an apartment. It's a different level of like violence that come from it. I agree though. He thought about the clickbait and the rage bait and them AdSense dollars, not the true art of putting your life, not the true art of putting your life into beautiful art. That's true. So Laser didn't make hip. Don't tell me Laser didn't make hip hop. Fuck. Red rose, white ceiling, no glasses, the pain missing. What he said? Fuck. What else I got on my list? By the way, great stream today because I am getting through my list today. I'm for the first time in weeks, I'm getting through my list. Y'all want to hear Kanye do more Nazi raps? Can I just show y'all this, bro? Because I laughed so hard, bro. Bro, what are you doing? That's the funniest talking about. Bro. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear what he's saying in this joint, bro? First of all, this nigga dicky and bad, bro. Look at his head, bro. Bro, what, bro? Bro, what? Bro, this one of my goats, bro. One of my goats going outside, bro. Bro.
Nigga, how Hitler? All my niggas. She wanna fuck in Japan? No.
Bro, what? Bro, what? This is what he's talking about, A-Rap money. Nigga, hi Hitler. What is he talking about? He fake harder. He fake vibing better than Dom Sharp. No, he is, bro. Nah, bro, he was getting a big fake vibe on, though. Bro, look at his head, bro. Bro, I'm not a fucking Nazi. Why you keep putting it on my jacket, bro? All your niggas is not Nazis, bro. Stop putting it on my jacket. Why is he throwing it on my jacket, bro? Bro, why is he throwing it on my fucking jacket, bro? I'm not a fucking Nazi, bro. What is he talking about? Cardi was, no, you right, Cardi, you right about that one. Bro, he gotta relax, bro. I don't want to hear no high Hitler on 808s, but just lead us on the board. Burn the ball. This same man who made these walks, yeah, bro. Dom, Kanye makes good music. No, he used to, bro. My goat really a Nazi. Bro, one of my goats a pedophile, other of my goats a Nazi. I pick bad goats, bro. That's my fault, bro. To be fair, it's my fault, bro. I pick bad goats, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If you're one of my goats, you got some allegations coming out about you soon, bro. It is what it is, bro. All my goats, bro. But my only goat that's left is CM Punk, bro. That's it. It's the CM Punk, my only goat left, bro. I'm gonna keep it a B. Bro, this shit crazy, bro. One of my goats a pedophile, the other one a Nazi, bro. You my goat that I picked correctly. Inshallah, bro. What CM Punk do? Nah. CM Punk can do nothing, yo. CM Punk, by the way, y'all remember this? When CM Punk was going to beat up Chris Brown for beating up Rihanna? Do y'all remember this? Hold on, bro. Do y'all remember this shit, bro? Hold on. Where the fuck is... Do y'all remember that shit, bro? First of all, I think did it start here? It started on Twitter.
I never intended to include Chris Brown's name in one of my tweets to start some sort of a controversy or to gain publicity or anything like that. And now that he's thrown accusations my way about using steroids, I feel the need to reply. So please allow me to retort. I'm a lifelong, proud, drug-free, straight-edge individual. So Chris and I come from two completely different worlds. I don't have a manager. I don't have a bodyguard. I don't need a bodyguard. I don't have an assistant.
He low, bro. Hold on, bro. This shit recorded off his TV.
For a PR team to tell me what to tweet or when to delete tweets. And I don't hit women. See, period. You don't hit women. In my world, women are to be revered and respected. And I firmly believe that in this life there are consequences and repercussions for people's actions. And I don't think Chris is paid for what he's done. Picking up trash on the side of a highway does not make amends for repeatedly striking a woman in her face and sending her to a hospital. So Chris wants to throw stones my way now, and I say, that's fine, but put some gloves on and get in the ring. And I will choke you out, and I will make you feel as weak and as powerless and scared and alone as any woman who has had the misfortune of knowing a sad, cowardly little boy such as yourself.
Look at my goat, yo. My goat stand for something. My goat stand for something. My goat said, I'm gonna beat your ass, bitch nigga. Yeah. Yeah, one of my goats, he still got it. One of my goats. No, my goat stood for something, yo. My goat stood for something, yo. You know what I mean? He also went on fucking let me turn my because I shouldn't need it for this. He also went on Hot 97 and talked about this, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a very special guest. WWE champion CM Punk is in the building. It's not a game. Now, you're the one married to Jennifer Hudson, right?
No, that is not me, although she is from Chicago.
So, listen, I have been always very vocal about my feelings on Chris Brown. And then I was very excited to see that you spoke out.
You actually want to challenge Chris Brown. You want to choke him out. You said this on a twit vid. Listen.
Chris wants to throw stones my way now, and I say, that's fine, but put some gloves on and get in the ring. And I will choke you out, and I will make you feel as weak and as powerless and scared and alone as any woman who has had the misfortune of knowing a sad, cowardly little boy such as yourself. And all proceeds can go to a women's shelter of my choosing if you want to pick up more trash on the side of the highway.
Why now, though?
Why now? I think after the Grammys, just the way he's acted, as if winning a Grammy is somehow granted him immunity and erased his past mistakes. And somebody needs to take Twitter away from this guy. And yeah, there's, I think it's a fascinating conversation that you could have about the whole deal. Like, the past is the past. Has he made amends? Do you forgive him? Obviously, I think Rihanna has, but that's a whole different other, can of worms.
just man,
Would you ever forgive him? Is there anything Chris Brown could do that you forgive him? Because for me, I think it's that he just still acts like a douchebag.
I do believe, I do believe in forgiveness. I do believe people can, do their time or make amends somehow, some way. I just the way he acts, the way he tweets things and deletes them, and his erratic behavior, and him smashing up the Good Morning America thing and running out in the street and to me, his behavior just dictates that he hasn't changed. He has violent outbursts, and and that's the stuff we see.
Stop playing with my goat, yo. My goat stand for something, yo. My goat stand for something, yo. One of my goats a pedophile, the other one a Nazi, but the other one, he detests women abusers. I'm 2 for 3. Yeah, bro. All these original tweets got deleted, bro. This shit was 13 years ago. That's how long I've been on the internet too long, y'all. Been in that too long, yo. Why do I remember this? And how come y'all never seen this? Make a poll for who will win. Start a poll. Hold on, I got you. I think Chris could dead ass win. No, bro. CM Punk, bro. CM Punk, his MMA career sucked, but he was fighting real fighters. He gonna fight a crackhead in Chris Brown. Chris Brown a crackhead. It's not a dance battle, nigga. It's a fight. Yeah, I mean, is that a fucking dance battle? Taylor, you a CB fan? Taylor's a woman in her mid-20s. She loves CB growing up. What are you talking about? For sure. Yeah, nah. Chat picking CM Punk as y'all should, bro. As y'all should. Don't expect my GOAT, bro. Don't expect my GOAT, bro. My GOAT, you know what I mean? He's still for something. You know what I mean? You either stand for something or fall for anything. And CM Punk still for something. CM Punk my GOAT, but he getting dressed like a new suit. See if he go to sit for the Raptors, man. Smoke behind them. I have no opinion either way. Yeah, I mean, bro, you got to stand for something or fall for nothing, broski. Or fall for anything, I believe is the phrase. I fucked it up. Yeah, I mean, the fun thing about doing these streams, by the end of the stream, I will have 13 tabs open because I'm just opening new tabs all the time, bro. There's new tabs are getting open all the fucking time, bro. What else? I got to pretty much everything on this list, bro. Good for me, bro. Good for me, bro. Look at me. I fucking ran through my list today, bro. Look at us, bro. Being professionals and shit, bro. Productive stream. No sidetracks. No, there were some sidetracks. But we got. Steve will be proud. No, my dad will be proud, yo. My dad will be so proud. King ADC's ass. W stream. All right, chat. Let's like the stream before we go. Y'all. Let's like the stream so we can get a nice on a VOD. The VOD can have some good likes on it. Yeah, I mean, let's like the stream before we get out of here today. Did dinner 3 hours, but you know what I'm saying? I don't do 3 hour streams. So, you know what I'm saying? We getting out. Let's get some likes on this show before we go. At least 10,000 minimum. Man, I'm dead serious again. You grew up in the mid-20s. The mid-2010s, the bar was in hell. I just liked it, then re-liked it. Dom, you seen the Poetik Flakko vid? I did. Ole sent it to me this morning. Me and Ole was texting about that this morning. I did see the Poetik Flakko video. Y'all want to watch that? Because I do have opinions about that. All right, we can end with this Poetik Flakko video. We can end with this Poetik Flakko video. Ole texted shit to me this morning, yo. I was going back and forth.
This panel.
So, Poetik Flakko, he did talking about no 3 hours. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, we definitely get over 3 hours today. Fuck it, yo. Let's react to this. So Poetik Flakko reacted to my episode of Ole and Friends. He didn't use any of my points, but he did shout me out, so that's pretty cool. But I didn't like his opinion on this too much. So we can watch it and talk about it. Let's go.
This panel that No Jumper had a couple of weeks ago is pissing a lot of people off. The critiques of the panel range from the title, Kings of Hip Hop Media. People have a problem with, I guess, them calling themselves the King of Hip Hop Media from the discussions that was had on the panel.
And I was like, what the f*** is this?
The latest group of creators who offered up their critique of this panel is FD Signifier Ole on the Ole and Friends podcast, and AJ is also there too, Potty Mouth, and the lady in the middle, don't know her name, but she's dope too. Now, I'm covering this.
By the way, everybody's name was on the screen, bro. Everybody's name was on the screen, bro.
Because they at least cared enough to articulate themselves beyond the point of
gotta relax,
he's white
kids.
and he can't speak on this. FD Signifier kicked off the HR meeting of Hip Hop Media by rattling off a couple of their violations. One of the first violation being they just looked corny sitting on the podcast.
It's funny though. So sometime last week, clearly they called them the Culture Vultures United. It was Vlad, Trap Lord Ross, Adam 22, Academics, Whack 100. It was like the worst. It's the most corrupting, worst hip hop people in the world that are ruining the entire culture.
AJ, that's your homies, right? AJ, that's your mans, right?
Which one?
By the way, that was funny to reply because we was all waiting for like us to shit on AJ because that is AJ man them. Like AJ is inside that Illuminati group chat with all them niggas. AJ's inside the Illuminati group chat with them niggas. So I was I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna do it, but I ain't want to do it. I ain't want to do it, bro. I ain't want to do it.
That is his man, I heard. But this is the thing. When I saw that episode, I was like, these never need to get in a room again. They look so lame. Like, just look cool. DJ Vlad over there high out of his mind. Like, he was damn near asleep. And then Whack 100 is getting mad because Academics is like, well, you kind of offering all these people up to the police. Then he gets mad for getting called out for the things that we always see Whack 100 doing. It's like...
Yeah, that's just hate. But I do see the picture they're talking about, man. I think Vlad is like on the couch like...
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, respect the Polo Flacco, shout out this nigga, yo, but this nigga got an untrustworthy face. I'm lying. Don't this nigga got a groomer face? This nigga got like an I touch kids face. I'm not throwing pedophile on his jacket, but he got an untrustworthy face, yo. His face untrustworthy. It's like, you hear me? This nigga face. he got his cheekbones too high. You know what I mean? He got small teeth. He like a liar. Who got the same beard? Who? My shit manicured, nigga. Oh, you talking about cuz. You talking about cuz. Oh, all right, my fault. I'm about to say my shit manicured, my nigga. You know what I mean? I take a, you know what I mean? And it's glistening, you know what? I moisturize my shit, bro. It's moisturizer. Like, you know what I mean? Shout out to cuz, but this beard is a bad beard, bro.
So I do understand it, all right? I do understand.
You like Magic Johnson said.
Now, they do get into voyeurism and being nosy. And I do disagree with their initial points on voyeurism.
There's nosy, then there's voyeurism. Like, nosy is what's happening outside. Oh, this is happening outside my door.
Looking outside.
Voyeurism is I'm peeking through your door and listening on your wall. Like, that's a different level. And it's been versus this Trap Lord Ross is he been doing this for like 6-7 years.
Yeah.
For him to have just moved here, and I wish I knew what city he was in.
There's a stigma when it comes to voyeurism. Even when I hear FD Signifier speak on it, he's framing it as if it's inherently exploitative and problematic. Now, there may be some forms of voyeurism that creates a spectacle out of Black culture and may perpetuate a legacy of, let's say, racial appropriation across the lines. Maybe, but that's not always the case. And to me, that's like an oversimplification of things. Because when I think about voyeurism, I think about curiosity and fascination. There's a reason why hip hop is a global thing. There's a reason why hip hop has expanded globally.
But I think to counteract this point, I don't think that those guys have like a curiosity or are just are fascinated in hip hop. They're using hip hop as a means to make money. Like, and they're not, and like I said in the pod, he didn't use this, but like there's a difference between covering hip hop the culture and hip hop the genre. Part of hip hop culture is that some of us come from the streets and some of us come from violence. Some of us come from rough neighborhoods. That's part of hip hop the culture. And I do think that if you're not from the culture, if you're not from that, you should cover that. Now, in the genre specifically, when we talk about the music and the lyrics, if you want to break down triple entendres and all that shit forever, go ahead, do that. But I think that he's like shooting bail to his guys. We're like, these niggas ain't covering that. These niggas are being inherently voyeuristic and intentional in the type of hip hop they cover. It's very street oriented. It's very much talking about tough guy shit, and they don't come for that. And that's the issue within itself, right?
And it has expanded globally due to hip hop owns ability for others to resonate with it.
They took Beans out the slums of South Philly. Don't. Okay, cool.
You from the pig? Yeah, from the pig.
Okay, they took Beans out of South Philly and tried to put him in there with Kanye and Chris and Neef and all these other medium street dudes, and Beans couldn't manage, and he was too reckless because he was still carrying that real street like mentality into the studio and into hip hop media and all that nonsense. And they eventually pushed him out because of that. And that happened to a lot of street rappers over the course of like the first 20-30 years of hip hop. But now the media comes to the streets to see what these dudes are doing, and they doing exactly what they've always been doing. We're not talking about a new thing of young dudes getting killed in the streets, unfortunately. It's just that now they have cameras to document it. They get to tell on themselves and whoever else that did it. And it helps speed up the cycle of retaliation, which means people like Trap Lord Ross can sit in the background being like, oh, and this happened on this corner, and then this happened in this corner. And I wish I could do a British accent.
But it pays so well now. It pays so well now.
Yeah. And it pays well. And they not getting any of the money off that either.
My question for FD would be, is there a way for white people to engage with hip hop that you wouldn't have a problem with?
Yes. There's 1000% a way to engage with hip hop and not be problematic and be exploitative. And like I said, Flakko is inside that Illuminati group chat. So this is him shooting bail to all his guys. But the problem is not that the DJ Vlads or the Adam 22s or the Trap Lord Ross exist. White people in hip hop has always existed. After taught me this. And like, me personally, if you leave up to me, get the crackers out. But they exist in hip hop, and it's hard to like police a genre of music. The culture is one thing, but it's hard to police who is allowed to make a genre of music when everybody can just go down a little tight beat and write a 16. But when we talk about how to operate within hip hop and how to be a member of it and not be exploiting it, it just comes down to know your role and know your place. Like Trap Lord Ross often goes out his way to talk about things he knows nothing about, right? He goes out his way to cover street topics. And a lot of what he's doing is just going on X City. Like when he made a video about Philly a few months back ago, he just went on the Philly Reddit page and just read through all the Reddit's posts. It was like, okay, I know about the violence. I know about the streets that's happening. I know the gangs about what's going on in Philly. Like, you don't know. You read it. And I don't think you should be able to put that on like a silver platter for a million people to consume now just because you read it. And that is where we get fucked up at. Now, Vlad Vlad goes out his way to talk to a certain level of Negro. Vlad is talking to Negroes who want to snitch on themselves. Do I blame Vlad for them niggas snitching on themselves? No, but I blame Vlad for being a fucking predator and preying on these niggas. Like, a lot of these niggas ain't making no real money, and Vlad gives them an opportunity to get their name out there and also make money off talking about their experiences. Who wouldn't do that? That's predator shit. That's predator shit. That's predator shit. Like, there's a way to operate inside this culture and not be a vulture.
Because right now it feels like any white person engaging with anything black culture, I have a problem with. And I feel like his argument is people like Trapler Rawls and others engaging with hip hop commodifies black culture, which I don't know why he would have a problem with commodifying black culture.
But already, I guess, like, I don't want my culture. I don't want, like, what he's describing is literally what the Europeans did to our black bodies. They commodified our black bodies already. Like, you can't like they made us something that's able to be bought and sold. Don't do that with our culture. Don't take our culture and then repackage and sell it to me. That's an issue. That's an issue. You can't do that. Like, and listen, I think Flakko is inside that Illuminati group chat. I think Flakko is protecting his homies in him. Flakko get paid from Adam. Like, he get a check from Adam 22. Or at least he used to. I don't know if he still do, but I know he used to get a check from Adam. Adam used to pay his bills. Why would he? He's protecting these niggas because he know these niggas. But also, I think deep down inside, Flakko know what these niggas do is wrong. They know what these niggas do is. He know what these niggas do is wrong.
Bro, there's a reason why this little thing that started in the Bronx, in the black and brown community of the Bronx, the culture, the style, how they dress, how they talk, the slang, the beats, the words. Like, for God's sakes, how many videos have you seen on TikTok of somebody in Japan dressing, acting, talking, and dancing like they from the Bronx? Or somebody in Portugal dressing, acting, talking like they from Chicago and Chief Keef? So if we have accepted and we're even proud that culture, hip-hop is our biggest export, hip-hop is our greatest asset, then how are you mad at voyeurism, right?
First of all, none of us are happy that happens. Like, none of us are happy that this happens. Like, none of us are excited that I gotta watch fucking Asian kids inside ex-Asian country fucking pretend to be a nigga from Chicago. I'm not excited when I see that. I know that's the reality, but I'm not excited about that. That's not, nobody wants that. The fact that he's like painted it as like this positive thing when like they're not doing nothing but taking our culture and bastardizing it and repackaging it as this safe version of it, which on its face isn't a bad thing, but at what point does it stop becoming love and respect and it becomes a hateful costume? Because it leans that way often. It leads into a hateful costume. It leads into portrayal. It leads into blackface often.
It wouldn't be our biggest export. It wouldn't be our greatest asset. It wouldn't be a global expansion if we were against voyeurism. It just don't make sense. This little thing that started in the Bronx wouldn't be in Portugal without voyeurism. So that's what I don't understand. Now, we can talk about, what is exploitative, what is not okay, what makes a spectacle out of black culture. That conversation we can have. But
this is the conversation we're having, Flakko, which is why I think, shout out to Flakko, but this is that was the conversation of the pod. The conversation of the pod is, why are these niggas exploiting culture? What gives them the right to talk about this thing they talk about? And why don't we kick them out? Like, that was the context of the pod. So we're not talking about that another time. We're talking about this time. Like, we're talking about this time. This is the conversation we're having right now in the moment. Don't try to push this off. to another day right now. The video that you're reacting to, the clips that you're using in this video, that was the broader conversation. Now, maybe he, lacks the, I shoot him some bail. Maybe he lacks the ability to dissect the broader conversation. Maybe. But also, let's be for real. We know who Flakko is, though. We know who Flakko is. Flakko is trying to appeal to that side of hip-hop. The white side of hip-hop, the side that's okay with our culture being bought and sold back to us. Also, you can tell Flakko not a black American. This nigga definitely Nigerian. He's a Niger brother, if I've ever seen one.
Blaming anybody for, I guess, being fascinated enough to peep through the hole of hip-hop's door, I don't know. I don't agree. But, I do respect the point, though.
But it pays so well now. It pays so well now.
And it pays well. And they not getting any of the money off that either.
They don't get the money off the Trapler Ross video, but they do get the money and the residual from the promotion and the attention that they parlay into a rap career.
Right. So it incentivizes the fuckery.
Yeah.
But the thing I think that strikes me about like Trapler Ross and some of these people is like, okay, let's say, like, it's one thing to just document something, or you think that like people find this entertaining, which I think is problematic for a number of different reasons in and of itself. But let's say like there's that. Trapler Ross is advancing an argument. Like I said, when I watched some Trapler Ross, it was because my friend hit me up to tell me I was in one of his videos, and he was talking about New York, and it was like.
By the way, he did just say you get paid in exposure. I forgot, y'all, chat. I missed over that. He did just say. When after he was like, well, the young black men are getting paid off of them making these videos. He was like, yeah, they're not getting paid off the videos, even though Trapler Ross is making millions of dollars a year off these videos, but they getting paid in exposure because now people know who they are as rappers. That's what he just said. It's a sick conversation.
He was talking about it for the purposes of, like, when I cut it off was when I realized he was like, oh, this woman, challenged the mayor about, his rhetoric on crime, but she's wrong. Essentially, New York City is this crime. Right. That's what I'm going to get to. New York is, in fact, this criminal place based on it. I'm like, you're saying that based on, I guess, where you feel like you insert, you have the ability to comment on the state of the criminal system in New York City, or like New York City, like political scene. Because think about that. He's politicizing something, because where else would I come in? You know what I mean? Like, why am I in this video?
I didn't watch the Trapler Ross video, so I can't really speak on that. But if it happens how she said it happened, then she's not wrong. See, there's a difference between engaging with the culture and being one of the tools in the culture's utility belt and providing something to the culture and being an authority in the culture. There's a fine line, right? For example, I'm not from New York. I don't
Real quick, but why would you see Trapler Ross as a utility in the belt, as a tool that we can use, when that tool is actually harmful for the greater good of our culture? You see what I'm saying? Like, how is he useful to us at all? What Trapler Ross does is snitching. Like, it's snitching. Not even in a bad sense, but it's like he's going through and collecting these crimes and presenting it to you and telling these stories. There's nothing good to come from that. And I'm not saying a lot of these niggas ain't already snitching on themselves. They are. A lot of these niggas is already snitching on themselves, but you ain't doing nothing but putting a greater spotlight on the snitching.
I live in New York. I don't have family members who's in New York. So I can't really speak on what is happening in New York unless I'm just some type of super political guy who has spent my entire life studying and researching the political climate in New York, right? So if Trapler Ross was speaking like an authority, I wouldn't agree with speaking as an authority. But if he was just speaking, I guess, giving his opinion and stating, this is my opinion, then cool. But yeah, disagreeing with Lauren when it comes to the political scene in New York is kind of crazy. But I'll have to see the video, man, because I don't think my guy Trapler Ross. I don't know, bro. Let me just wait until I watch the video.
Because he is jumping in to our political discourse on how our city should be policed or not. And he is saying that based on his fucking like anthropologist look at in the zoo. You know what I mean? That's how he sees, how he's looking at drill rappers in New York City, as though that's representative. And I think that's very different than just documenting it. It's even very different than like academics when he used to do Chirac and people felt like he was too comedic or taking too much light in this. He has gone another, like, to me, like a extra white man step of I'm not only observing these people, I'm not only inserting myself into their lives and their criminality and all these different things, and I'm like feeding it to the masses for the purposes of making arguments as to how these should be policed.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
pushing
different.
the narrative. I guess I'm struggling to see where the race component comes into this.
Immediately, I gotta get out the video. How is he struggling to see the race component? It's white men talking about crimes that black men are committing. And he struggles to seize the race component. And I'm supposed to believe that this nigga ain't a CIA operative. Listen, I'm joking, but I think this man is clearly like he plays to a particular side of hip hop. He plays to a very particular crowd, and that's you know. I want to give Flakko grace and want to say he just didn't understand the material at hand. He just didn't understand the material that we were talking about. But truth be told, I think he went out his way to purposely misconstrue our words to make a point for his mostly white audience or mostly non-hip hop audience. I'm trying to give grace to niggas, bro. I'm trying to give grace to niggas, bro. Him and the other niggas show me two sides of the same coin. Yeah, bro. It's, you know, hip hop media is what the comments saying. Let's read the comments. Oh, too close. They want to allow us to make money on their culture. Okay, somebody disagreeing it. Flakko got to defend his masters. Yo, niggas disagreeing. No, they are right, Flakko. Trello Ross literally is a conspiracy guy in the same way academics with the whole Chicago scene. That's for sure, peeking through the window. Yeah. This is why Tether can't speak on us also. Flakko's only black when it's convenient. We see you. Hip hop isn't black people great. Oh, people killing Flakko. People killing him. Flakko's a Tether for sure. He's saying hours. The Federal 5. Flakko said a lot of hour and we. He's not a part of it. They kicking his back in. They kicking his, as they should though. As they should. They kicking his back in. Nobody really agreeing. Unlike that last guy. Nigga was agreeing with him. They're kicking his back in. They kicking his back in. You know what's funny? Listen, I try not to be like the nigga that believe in that FBA shit. I try not to be like Black Americans first. I try to like connect the diasporas as often as possible. Even though I used to be xenophobic, I've grown a lot since then. It's very hard when these is the niggas that's doing it. These is the niggas like these are the niggas that be like these are the niggas I gotta try to like connect with. You see what I'm saying? First time seeing Tether, I'm thinking FBA. Tether is that's FBA language. That's definitely FBA language. Definitely some FBA language. All right, y'all. Great stream. 3 hours by mistake, y'all. Damn the 3 hours 30. But I don't do 3 hour 30-minute streams. I don't do 3 hour 30-minute streams. I don't do those. W stream in the chat. Make sure you like the stream before we exit. Make sure we like the stream before we exit today. Cause you know, the vibe gonna be up. I gotta do timestamps for this one. This one might get views. So salute to everybody in the chat. Love y'all. See y'all on Friday. We got videos coming out every day this week. Every fucking day. See, you saw me things I did in this stream. All of them becoming videos, nigga. See y'all boys.